All right, welcome back to the Man Down Sports. As you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to start this episode talking about Dwayne. What is so funny, man?
You ain't see Corey's face coming on here looking like the Diddy version of Joker.
Hold
I'm
on,
just
hold on,
playing.
hold on,
I'm
hold on, hold
playing.
on, hold on, hold
I'm
on,
playing, Corey. I'm playing.
hold on.
We are in the
hold
first
on.
30 seconds.
We can't lose it yet. We can't lose it yet.
Okay,
I
I'm
ain't
playing.
even
All right,
get
too
past the
early.
introduction, man.
Too early. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I
Mel.
don't
I'm
know if I
sorry.
want to start over. All right, but welcome back to Man Down Sports. I see y'all in here. Hopefully we got some of our moderators in here. All right. Okay, I see Jeffrey and I see Funky Town in here. We only got one moderator in here so far. But yeah, like I said, welcome back to Man Down Sports. Thumbnail shows that we're going to be talking about D Wade, LeBron, Kevin Durant. So we do have that for y'all. Then we're gonna get into the NFL, and then some other things is going on. And then we go in the show. It's gonna be a good show, man. We got four squares. We got Zoe, Britne here. We got Corey and myself. It's gonna be really dope, really good. Hit the like button on your way in. Hit the share button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And what's going on with y'all, man? How was y'all week?
Yeah,
It was a week.
My week was
it was a
cool.
week. Yeah, precisely. It was
I'm
a
happy.
week.
I'm happy it's Friday. That's what I'm saying.
I'm glad.
My week was good.
That's
I
it.
mean, my Eagles week wasn't good, but my week was good.
I can't wait to talk about the Eagles. I can't wait to talk about the Eagles.
Me
That's
too.
gonna
I
be
can't wait to talk about the Panthers.
When we get to
The who?
when we get to NFL week
Wait,
two.
hold on. Talk about
Aren't you
who?
a Panthers fan?
No, ma'am. I'm a football fan.
You a Panthers fan? Come on.
Man, I'm from North Carolina. I'm not a Panthers fan.
Okay.
I would claim them if I really
You a
fan of
DL Panthers fan?
I'll do anything on the deal. Everything. No, ma'am, I don't do anything on the deal.
That took a weird turn.
Where we going? Where we going right now?
Nothing on the DL at all, man. I
I'm
don't even
just
like
kidding, y'all.
DL Hewley. I don't even like.
He said DL Hughley.
None of that, man.
I mean, I'm excited. It's almost fall, so I'm excited about that. Can't stand summer.
Happy birthday to my son Makai. Happy birthday to Chris. He's not here. He's actually here. He just left my house about 2 hours ago, but he working for his birthday. But it is his birthday. But yeah, happy birthday to them. I was able to give my son his first title to a vehicle for his birthday.
That's dope.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
He got the Black Beast.
He got Big Shirley.
All right.
Big Shirley is his.
Yeah.
And for my day, I got a cracked windshield. So,
in what?
On the highway, and you know what? In Kobe got a cracked windshield.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that what I think it is?
He had to break it in.
You got to break it in,
bro.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, I'm not happy either.
So Zoe, I got these on the side on my
insurance.
Truck. On my truck, I got these $450 mirrors, right? And I backed into my driveway to wash my truck, and I hit the fence and broke the mirror.
Cry, because I would have.
I looked at it for a second, and I just put my head down. I couldn't blame nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody can't be mad at nobody but me.
It was you. It was all you. Dang.
Nothing I could do.
Somebody help me with this name. This is Vadu Chain Music Haiti. Did I say that right?
Voodoo. I think it's supposed to be.
Voodoo is V-O-O.
So Voodoo.
Voodoo Chain.
Voodoo Chain
like
Music
Eric
Haiti.
Badu. Voodoo Chain Music Haiti.
They can put the pronunciation in the comments to help us
let
out.
us know if we pronouncing that right.
Yeah, let us know.
Cause they trying to give Haiti a bad name over there in Springfield. And I know they lying.
They're eating the pets.
Yeah, somebody lying to somebody ain't telling the truth.
Yeah, that dude is.
That didn't even sound right. Like, come on, stop that.
That dude,
he out of control, man.
He a different type of cat, boy.
Oh man. Well, look, let's do this, y'all. This episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code Man Down Sports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy. All right, so don't forget, y'all can go ahead and get your deposit matched up to 50% of whatever you deposit, but capped off at $1,000. So whatever you your first time deposit is, they'll match half of that. So if you deposit 1,000, which is they give you 500 extra, so you'll be working with $1,500. So you can go ahead and use it on pick'ems, and we can help you out with some of those pick'ems, and we're gonna do that right now. Or football, right? So y'all see this, right? They giving me a free gimme. You see that CD Lamb
for sure,
0.5 yards, total yards, right?
Yeah.
Are we? So we gonna take that one and we going higher on that one, right?
Yo.
That's easy enough, right? That's a gimme, right?
Yeah, that's pretty simple.
All right, so we'll do that. And should I use this 35% boost?
Why not? Boost
use that boost. I can't apply it to that one. All right, so let's do this. Alvin Kamara, Philly game. All right,
higher.
What do we go? Hold on, higher on what? The touchdowns. The first one is
rushing yards.
You want to go rushing yards? 67.
67.
Yeah,
I go higher, man.
High on the rushing yard. I wanted to do. Y'all don't think touchdowns?
Yes, rushing and receiving touchdowns is 0.5. Can you do that one too, or is that a gimme?
No, I can do that.
I don't know. I think the Eagles are fairly okay in their red zone, but their rushing defense is horrible. So right now, so I'm telling you, but it's up to you.
I don't know. So the yards is just for rushing, but the touchdown is either rushing or receiving. So we got 2 opportunities for him to just get 1 touchdown.
Oh, for either or.
For either or.
It's rushing or receiving.
Oh,
so I think he at least get in the end zone once. That's a high power offense, right?
That's for sure.
At least
that's
one time.
High power. So all right, so I'm gonna say he go get a touchdown, right? I don't want to mess with Josh Jacobs because I don't know what the Packers are right now. What about CJ Stroud?
They're playing Minnesota, 266 passing.
Let me look at the rest. Let me see what else he got. They giving us 34 passing attempts. Hold on. I don't know if he throw that often. Let me look.
Well, he might this game because Joe Mixon is out.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me see what he did last game. So Chicago 36 attempts. The Colts 32 attempts.
That 34 is that sweet spot too.
I don't know if I want to do attempts.
I don't mess with it.
I wouldn't mess with it.
And they got Snead over there too, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think their defense is bad.
I say he throws for more than 1.5 touchdowns.
I don't know about. I ain't messing with Stroud. I'm gonna see if it's something better.
Okay.
Nico
I say
Collins,
he probably get 2.
Saquon. Do you think he got a revenge game?
Yeah.
He didn't have a bad game.
That's what I was about to say.
We'll get into that. But I'm like, he had 1 drop. Come on.
Should we do the same thing for Kamara with Saquon and just get in the end zone, rushing or receiving?
He'll get in the end zone this game.
Yeah, he'll get in the end zone.
What he's got? He's been in the end zone. He only got that 2-point conversion against Atlanta. He didn't even get in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
But he got in there twice against Green Bay.
He got in there 3 times against Green Bay.
One was receiving, I think.
I'm sorry, he got in rushing.
I think one was receiving.
Yeah. 2. One was receiving for sure. All the way to the right. He got in there 3 times. I think should we go Saquon getting in the end zone too?
For sure.
All right, high on Saquon getting in the end zone.
This is a good little lineup, Mel. I might tell you on this one.
Should we do Lamar against Dallas?
I'm scared.
Okay, let's see.
scared of
Let's see.
Baltimore now.
Hold
I'm
on, I'll tell
scared
you.
of Baltimore.
But I tell you the truth. Okay, 9 rushing attempts, I go higher.
Yeah, I did a rushing attempts. I don't know about
9
the
is
passing.
high though, bro.
Listen, he gon' even if it break down, he gonna run.
So it might not be a design run, but he'll take off.
But
And
it's
Dallas,
still 9 though.
and Dallas can't stop the run.
Yo,
But then that
teams
might be the
can't
reason
stop-
why they give it to Derrick Henry more.
Correct.
I think Derrick Henry. I mean, going up the middle, anything outside, that's gonna be Lamar. And the Cowboys have an issue with holding the edge.
I'm
That's
gonna put that on hold.
That's
I'm
Lamar.
gonna put that on hold. What about the fantasy points? Do we think nope? I ain't messing with that either.
Don't do that.
Let's find a sure shot, man. I don't know if
Hold on, go back to Joe Burrow. They play Washington. What
Oh
they say?
yeah, that's a
They play Washington.
I think he get at
1.5
least-
passing touchdown. He gonna have
he
two.
get a couple. Yeah,
He'll
I
get
think he
two
get a
touchdowns?
couple.
I think
Yeah.
he just had
All
to
right.
in a game that he didn't play as well as he could, but definitely better than week 1. He'll get 2.
Okay, so they're not gonna let me apply the boost.
Okay.
All right, so let's do $25 on this. And if I get all 3 of those right, or all 4 of those right, is 190.
190. Are you gonna flex it?
But if I flex and I only get 3 correct, I'm only gonna win $28.
you won't lose nothing though.
It's true.
I'm all in, babe. I want the 190. I'm getting all 4 of them right.
Yeah, go for that.
All 4 of them.
He going for the guap.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, what they asked me to get rid of?
Cannot apply multiple promos in one entry.
Okay, well,
Oh, you can't put the promo on CD
Remove
because
the
he's
promo.
the
There we go.
Yeah.
Easy day. All right, 140. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah,
you could put the promo on somebody else though.
I got to do it from my phone. You can't detect my
Sometimes.
location. Yeah, I forgot they do that. They for some reason I do it from my computer. But yeah, these are the picks we go use, y'all. Alvin Kamara, Saquon, and Joe Burrow higher on the touchdowns for Joe Burrow, higher on the touchdowns for Saquon and Kamara.
Yep.
Those are what we're going with if y'all want to go with us. And use the promo code Man Down.
For sure.
All right. Easy day. All right, let's get this out of here. All right. Now we're ready to go. Hold on, what they saying in the comment section?
Let's see.
They talking about my answer to the title.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they ready for us to go ahead and get into this conversation. All right. Well, let's do that then. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and start with the D Wade. First of all, D Wade, congratulations to him.
Thanks.
Because they announced last week that he's going to get his statue. So he's going to have so now he got Wade County. He's got a street named after him. He got his jersey retired. He got his 3 championships with Miami. He's about to get a statue. They got bobblehead D Wade Day. I think they got D Wade Day somewhere in Miami. Like they giving him whatever he need, right? Because what is so funny?
What is going on?
I got a question.
Yeah.
But I think it's too early to ask it because it kind of fit with the first one and the last one. Do you think they'll take this statue away when he found out he was at them Diddy parties?
Oh Lord.
Oh man,
it's too soon. I'm sorry.
At least let us finish. Giving him his flowers first.
We can't do this yet. We can't do this yet.
Okay, right, I'm sorry.
This is what they was talking about on Gil's Arena with this whole situation.
Move around, as they say. So D Wade, first player in history to get a statue. Do you guys see a world where somewhere in the far off future that LeBron gets a statue in Miami as well? 2 chips, 2 Finals MVPs.
If you take the personal out of it,
they did take his chocolate chip cookies, Gil.
I'm just saying, if you take the personal out of it, maybe
Shaq get one?
And where?
Miami.
No.
So why would LeBron get one?
2 chips.
Because LeBron actually played very well.
Shaq played. Shaq got one.
No, what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is LeBron played very well in Miami. Shaq played all right. Played all right.
No, that's facts.
Maybe in the post Pat Riley era.
Yeah, I was, but do you go back and say, well, Chris Bosh should get a statue?
Yeah, that's like
Alonzo
whoever.
Mourning should get a statue.
Alonzo for sure.
I think Udonis could have a compelling argument as well.
Alonzo for sure.
Right?
For sure. No doubt.
Ronnie Syke.
What I'm saying is, if you're Pat Riley, you might do it just because of the name, right? Because the name is such a great name. That does Will Chamberlain have one here?
Yeah.
And Staples.
Yeah, Staples. See, so it might be one of those.
Yeah.
It might be one of those.
They just start rolling.
You just
up
start putting
statues.
just the great names that came through you. It could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is
I wouldn't be surprised.
And is it now we're going to give D Wade one because like this generation of players are getting them?
Yeah.
Because you can go back to the Heat organization and look at players. It's like if we're doing statues, then we definitely need to go back and give Zoe a statue.
No.
Or Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, like there are a lot of players that have come through, right?
Whoa. They got their jerseys up there. There's jerseys.
D Wade has his
jersey
jersey.
niggas. They got a jersey and they're statue type of players.
So you're saying D Wade's the only player that's come through Miami that is deserving of a
That's
statue?
a statue. He's the only player with 3 rings.
The greatest player.
Well,
in
he's not the only. He's not the only player with 3 rings, but he has 3 rings, and he was the main guy
With Miami.
with Miami. He's the best player in franchise history, but he has the rings to back it. When you just start
I don't see what you could definitely throw LeBron in there. I mean,
you could. That's what you could.
just because.
2 chips,
So
2
then
finals MVPs, 2
So the Lakers give
MVPs.
LeBron a statue too?
At this point in time, last year I was like,
Criteria.
if Will Chamberlain, because Wilt didn't win a championship here, right? No. He didn't really have his career here,
No.
right? So
Well, off the court, he was.
but what I'm saying is LeBron James will have a statue at Staples because you're not going to have the #1 scorer in NBA history.
Not
Will
representing.
Will you got everybody
Not
else.
representing your.
And one title, another.
Okay.
Won a chip.
But you
I
got,
agree with
but
you.
you got everybody else. It just like it's
So that makes him, I don't know this, the only player that would have a statue in Miami and a statue in
possibly Cleveland's gonna give him one no matter what.
LA. So three teams?
He can possibly be 3.
Dang!
100% sure he will have 2 because there's no way Los Angeles don't have him with the name.
For sure.
Because
So they said a whole lot, and
Man.
it's so much you can get out of this whole thing. But I wanna tackle 3 things, right? Number 1, the main topic: should team hoppers like KD and Shaq, LeBron, Kyrie, those team hoppers that's on the superstar level, should they get statues when they was just at places for 4 years and just jumping from team to team? Should they get statues? That's number 1. Number 2, that whole conversation about LeBron getting one in Cleveland, LA, and Miami.
Come on, bro.
That's a conversation as well. So we're gonna have to have both of them. But y'all can tackle whichever one y'all want to tackle first, man. Somebody go.
Okay, I got one thing, and this is just to put everything into perspective, right? When you go to the Hall of Fame, how many jerseys are you in when you're in the Hall of Fame? 1, right? That's it.
For the
So
most part.
I mean, think about it, right? So you got players that play for multiple teams. They only retire, like the picture of them is in 1 jersey. It's
Okay.
just like in baseball, right? It was a big argument recently about Adrian Beltre. Does he retire in a Rangers jersey or does he retire in a Dodgers jersey? And he retired in a Rangers jersey, right? You 1 team, that's all you get. So why in the hell would LeBron get 3 statues? Like that makes no sense whatsoever. He went to he was in Cleveland. He didn't do anything. He went to Miami, right? He won a championship off Dwayne Wade's coattails and Chris Bosh and all them. And then he went back to Cleveland. And I'll give him the ones in Cleveland, right? Okay, you won those, but you still had superstars with you. And but this thing in LA, that shit don't count. It does not count. That was a bubble trophy.
But what Gil is saying is he broke the record in LA, and he's on the top of that record.
Emmitt Smith broke the record. Broke the rushing record in Arizona.
Okay, that's a good point. But so you saying LA retiring it just for that reason? It's the same thing as Arizona giving a statue to Emmitt Smith
for breaking the record
while he was there.
Yeah, man, that's tough, man.
He didn't run those rushing yards in Arizona. He did that behind that offensive line in Dallas for so many years. And the same thing with LeBron. I can give him the Cleveland. Yes, absolutely. He deserves a statue in Cleveland. He is probably the greatest Cav ever. So why not? But as far as
not probably.
Definitely is. Yeah. He's the greatest Cav ever. So give him that statue. I'm not mad at him for going back to Cleveland. Win a ring. I think it was sentimental value. I'll give him credit for Cleveland. But any of those other two places, absolutely not. No. Why? They just said we got to give him a ring just because. Did that come out of somebody's mouth in that sound clip? We have to give him a statue just because? Because what? he went to Miami with two superstars who were number one options on their own team, and they beat everybody, surprisingly. And it took them a year getting to the finals and getting beat by Dallas in order to learn how to do that. No, he doesn't. Wade deserves his statue, even though I saw something in the comments that somebody said that they're not going to congratulate him because of what he did to his son. But I'm not touching that. but yeah, man, give him a statue in Cleveland. I don't think LA Kobe deserves a statue, and he deserves the amount of statues he got in LA, if not more. Shaq deserves statue, in LA. Like those are the guys who deserve it. Like if you just gonna give him a statue for anything, then let's give KD a statue in OKC. Let's do that. He broke some records down there. He didn't win a ring, but he was probably one of the best players to ever play in that franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't just pawn off giving a statue to any and everybody in every city that they played in, because Matt Ryan's career was great in Atlanta. So if anything gets retired, it's going to be in an Atlanta jersey. Nobody care about Matt Ryan from the Colts.
I forgot he was with the Colts.
Exactly.
I forgot about that.
I forgot he was with the Colts. For the most part, I'm with y'all. I think Cleveland is the spot to go. I mean, prior to him, they never had a championship. He finally reached his goal and brought a championship there. Miami, absolutely not. I don't even think he was the go-to guy in the last, to win the games there. To me, that was still D-Wade. Like, that was D-Wade's team. Although he was on it, and although D-Wade came out and said a few times, I think he said it, this is LeBron's team, but we knew whose team it was. We knew who Miami, the fans, who they all loved, and that was D-Wade in my opinion. LA, I'm with you on, I don't think they should give him a statue, but I don't think the fans in LA want him to get a statue. But let's be real, that organization, they want to be a part of anybody they feel is considered in a GOAT debate, and that's LeBron. So don't be surprised if LA ends up giving him a statue. That's probably gonna happen. And then Clutch Sports, they're gonna try to make that happen in some way, somehow. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I think LA go do it. So this what I say.
Okay,
100% he deserves it in Cleveland.
Got it.
Right, 100%. He Cleveland is LeBron, so he 100% deserves it in Cleveland. Miami, it's kind of debatable. I'm glad D-Wade was the first to get it. But what Zoe meant to the Heat, like Pat Riley got over there from New York, got Zoe, Mashburn, Tim Hardaway, had those guys, Rashawn Leonard, had those dudes out there. And they turned Heat culture into Heat culture. Like the Heat culture that we see now started with Zoe.
Yep.
He started that. So now he didn't bring them a ring, but he did get one coming off the bench, backing up Shaq with D-Wade, right? So Zoe did get a ring with that. So that capped off what he started. So I'm with Zoe getting one, being the next guy to get one. I'm glad Wade was the first, but I'm with Zoe getting one.
Yeah.
Right. He pioneered the era of Pat Riley. Yeah. Right. It looked like Wade might be capping it off, maybe. I don't know. So Miami, oh man, it's kind of debatable.
I give
if you-
Adonis Haslam a trophy before I give LeBron one.
not a statue,
I mean,
because
a
if you
statue.
start giving statues to people like that, the statue don't mean nothing no more, right? Like, it's supposed to mean something. Retiring a jersey is one thing. A statue is that's supposed to be prestigious,
Yeah, exactly.
right? So for LeBron, 2 rings, 2 Finals MVPs. You can debate it, but I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
He get one in Cleveland, not in Miami. LA, I wouldn't do it for LA. There's a 0% chance I do it in LA, but like Britne said, I think they just might do it just because.
I think they're going to do it.
Yeah, it's LeBron.
Can you give LeBron a trophy before you give other Laker greats? Not a trophy, but a statue.
Kobe already got one. Shaq already got one.
Right.
Kareem already got one. Everybody already got one in LA.
Right. He would be the next one.
I don't think James Worthy got one though.
That's
James
another
Worthy
Mr. Laker.
One. So
it's
Will
James Worthy get one? I think he's going to get one. He talk a lot.
Yeah,
he gets himself in trouble a lot.
He's not gonna get one.
He say what he feel, and they ain't gonna like that. So
they don't like that very much.
All right, then. Well, I guess we're gonna give Jordan one in Washington then too.
Right. So look.
Your Shaq won the Celtics uniform.
Yeah, man.
So if our stance is LeBron don't get one in Miami, which he won 2 in Miami, then does that also mean that Kevin Durant don't get one in Golden State?
Ooh,
it's tough.
It's fair. I get it. That was good.
You gotta give one to Clay, Steph, and Kevin Durant.
No, you don't. You got to give one to Steph,
and that's it.
Like
that's
you have to give one to Steph.
Steph got one, no matter.
Kevin Durant is a caliber of a player that deserves a trophy, but unfortunately,
it's not his team.
He team hopped.
He team hopped,
and that's the penalty you have to pay for team hop. You got your 2 rings, you got your 2 Finals MVPs, but team hopping means that you don't have a home no more.
Yeah,
and your home,
somebody else's house.
Yeah, your home was OKC. You left before you could get a ring. At least LeBron left Cleveland and then went back and got him a ring. So that solidifies that he can get a statue in Cleveland. KD don't have a home like that.
Yeah. And I think the optics, it just looks awkward because the timing of when KD left, regardless if, they said they needed him in order to win the next so many championships, he did join a 72 win team that just won a championship or something like that. So I think right. So I think Draymond would get a statue way
now. So Britne, so that's when I changed my stance on Kevin Durant. The same rules that we applied to LeBron applies to Kevin Durant, right, for Golden State. Unless Golden State tries to give Draymond and Clay a statue, because if they do that, you have to give one to KD now.
You think so?
Yes.
Look, Mel, I understand what you're saying, but I think what happens is, like, for instance, Philly, Jason Kelsey, right? He is attached to the city. He has the emotion, the hearts of the city, and that's what Draymond is for Golden State. Although Steph is to us the Hall of Famer, the best player on that team, I think Draymond got the hearts of that city. So I think that's why he most likely will get one.
I listen to a radio station, and they do not like Draymond Green, a local radio station out there in Oakland. Oh, San Francisco. San Francisco.
Oakland or San Fran?
No. This radio station still in Oakland. They was with them when they was in Oakland.
I know the bridge is right there, but I mean,
I think they're still in Oakland, but they cover all the
Bay Area,
Bay Area sports, San Francisco baseball team, and
I'm telling you, don't be surprised if Draymond ends up with a statue. Because when I thought they had the opportunity to let him go, what they do? They signed to a whole extension.
I'm with you. I'm not, but they don't mean I think that he deserved it. Like, there's a lot of things that's going to happen that I don't think should happen.
Yeah,
Like,
he's just not the caliber of player. Like the player, what he does on the actual basketball court, to me.
Oh no, I agree.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just does not warrant a statue. Like
But let me.
I do know what he means to that city and to that team, because we're not gonna act like he never contributed.
Mm-hmm.
That dude, he was, you know, an integral part of those championship runs because of what he brought to that team. He was a star in his role. He wasn't a star player. He wasn't even considered a good player by a lot of people on his own. But with the collection of talent he had around him, he fit that piece. He was a piece that made it make sense. But I don't think he deserved one. But I think he do got the city.
I think it depends on how you look at it, because remember what was the one run that they had and Draymond went down, or he got suspended? I think he got suspended, and they felt like he was a huge piece. And one of the reasons why they lost that series, I believe, I can't remember what year it was, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. So
was that with the kick? When he got suspended for the kick?
I think so. I can't exactly remember, but the one, I think it was the finals. Was the finals?
2016.
Yeah. Got suspended, and they were supposed to win that series. He went down. That was one of the reasons why they felt like him not being there is the reason why they lost that finals and yada yada yada. So he's important. He's an important piece to that team. At least
he's only important because Steph is weak-minded. If your superstar player was as strong-minded as Michael Jordan or Kobe, you wouldn't need a Draymond Green that was that important. That's just like saying, oh man, we go give Rodman a statue because he's so important to the Bulls. Rodman don't have a statue. Charles Oakley don't have a statue. These are the type of players that fit what Draymond Green is. Heart and soul guys, defensive guy, rebound guy, you know, dirty, you know, players that get dirty. Those are not the players that get stat. Rick Mahone don't have a statue.
That's true.
I get you. But MJ also wasn't weak-minded like Steph was, right? So, but I'm telling you that organization values Draymond Green way more than a lot of those players outside of Steph was on that team. I'm telling you this.
That's an indictment on Steph, though. That is an indictment
on Steph.
That's an indictment on Steph.
And I said that. I said Steph needs to be the problem with he became the emotional leader of this team. Steph was too quiet. Draymond said, "I'm gonna use my mouth, my fist, whatever else I got to use."
And he knows it. And Draymond knows it. And look, and Draymond is taking advantage of it because he knows it don't matter what he does, as long as Steph there, he's gonna be there because they haven't cut the umbilical cord. Steph Curry is not brave enough to cut the umbilical cord and say, "Oh, he would rather get rid of his splash brother than Draymond." That is crazy.
And that's why I think Draymond ends up getting a trophy. I mean, statue. For all those reasons.
That's crazy.
Corey got me saying trophy now, a statue. For all those reasons we just mentioned, I guarantee that's why they're going to give him a statue. No,
right. Well, let me read the super chat. Full Venom Jacket, I appreciate you on the super chat. He said, one, Disney chip, right? He did get a Disney chip. Maybe Disney can get him a statue right outside of Disneyland. But one Disney chip versus Butler less and Dragic less Heat in 6 years doesn't deserve a statue. This guy hasn't accomplished enough to deserve it. So when Doncic and Giannis sign with LA and win one ring, do they get statues? What the F are we doing? That's a good point.
Good point.
So you saying LeBron gonna get a statue in the front of the Disney? Not after going to the Diddy parties. Nope. Diddy messed that up.
Did he? Yeah.
He messed it up for a lot of people.
Did he giving statues out too?
Covered in baby oil.
I was gonna say that,
how much baby oil can one have? We going too fast.
We are
too fast.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, we gotta
the other thing. So Kevin Durant, Team Hopper, LeBron, Team Hopper. Kevin Durant, unfortunately, don't have a home, and his home is OKC, kinda, but he never won there, so he didn't do enough for them to give him a statue. Cleveland got their first ring because of LeBron, so obviously I think they would give one. LA, I guess, is in question. Miami is a hell no. No, LA is a hell no. Miami is in question. All right, what should be the criteria for or like what's the standard? Like if the standard is Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Bird level, and mind you, Bird don't even have one in front of Boston,
which is crazy.
But Bird, Magic, Jordan, Kareem, if that's the standard for getting a statue, you got to be an all-time great. you have to be with this franchise. If y'all was to build a criteria of who should be able to get a statue and who should just get a jersey retirement, how would y'all map that up?
Kind of how we do standard. Like, okay, I feel like you probably have to be a number 1A or 1B option on your team for a long period of time. I think you got to be the guy, or at least one of the guys, like on the basketball court as far as skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, and it's 4 years long enough. I think time matters as well. You know what I mean? Like, I think you have to consider how long you played there, what you brought to the community, what you brought to the city to say, okay, we want to build something that is permanent of you here for everybody after them to see you. And so, okay, why is this guy up here? What are we going to say? He brought a ring in the bubble. He didn't even win a ring in LA, like in LA. He didn't win it in LA. So I don't think, he's at the tail end of his career, so I don't think he should be even in consideration. And as far as Miami goes, yes, he does have the accolades because winning matters. Winning does matter. So I think winning, skill, like where you rank as a player, those are the things that stand out to me. And of course, time.
Well, so what's the time? I mean, you said time, winning, skill. What's the time?
Time.
And do it have to be with the team that drafted you?
I don't think it has to be with the team that drafted you. I don't think that. I think if you get traded, like Kobe, Charlotte drafted Kobe. You know what I mean? So it don't have to be with the team that drafted you, but I do think that you have to have some longevity there, in my opinion. Like
what's longevity? Because if we just say longevity, it's going to be subjective.
That's true. At least 6-7 years, I'm guessing. That's a sustained amount of time to where you a staple in the city and you got to be playing at a high level. Like I don't even know if Paul George would get one as well as he played in Indiana. How long was he there?
He's not going to get one in Indiana.
Nope.
Nobody will get one in Indiana except Larry Bird. Maybe Reggie Miller. Miller and Larry Bird, the only ones that's probably going to get one in Indiana.
Yeah.
And Larry Bird didn't even play for him. He's just from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
go ahead, Corey.
No, so Kevin Durant will go down as one of probably the best scorer that we've ever had in NBA history, right?
He up there.
Okay.
One of them.
So because he switched teams so many times, right? Where would you put his trophy? I mean, where would you put his statue? Britne,
it's only two places that make any sense. Golden State where he won and OKC, and this comment on the screen, he said KD did exactly what Iverson did, and Iverson got a trophy. I mean, a statue. Well, you can call his a trophy because they got them little small ones. But he got a statue in Philly, right? And he didn't win in Philly. He just got to the finals and he won an MVP the year he got to the finals. It's the same thing KD did.
To do with it though.
Well, for AI,
no, for a lot of people, I don't think a championship ring has anything to do with whether you get a statue. And I really think it's more of a connection to the team and the fan base more than anything. And then, of course, like if they consider you, like AI is considered Philly, right?
Yeah.
Kobe is considered LA. Kobe got the rings behind it, of course. But I just think, I don't know. I just feel like it's more of this more of that connection with the player more than anything else. I don't think every player who has a statue in the history of the NBA has won. So we would have to look that up to see that to be sure. But I think there's other factors to it. I do think length has something to do with it. I think KD just hasn't stayed in a place.
We
Jesus.
We are not gonna
this is too early.
I know.
I just don't know if KD has stayed enough in a certain place to build these connections with their
does he have a connection with? No, I get you, but he got drafted by the Seattle Supersonics. They did 1 year, and then they went to OKC. So he is Mr. Thunder. Him and Westbrook. So does that connection, like that's the first superstar they ever had, right? And the connection that he got with OKC, is that solid enough? Like he's the first.
I feel like what Westbrook it is. I don't know about KD.
You think it's more so with Westbrook than KD? Sheesh, that's tough, man.
I do. I don't know why I do. I just feel like
that's why I think longevity counts. He stayed 3 years after KD left.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. So I
3
think
stinking years too.
Yeah, that was
He
hard.
stunk. Yeah, I mean, he got an MVP and some triple doubles, but
Yeah,
that team was stinking, boy. Yeah, for you to leave and Chris Paul to come in the next season, they were supposed to not make the playoffs, and they had a young SGA, and then Chris Paul was like, "Nah, we going to the second round, big dog."
Yeah,
I'm like, man.
Let me ask y'all a question. So when KD was in OKC, did it feel like KD's team or did it feel like Westbrook's team?
It felt like KD's team every single time, except the last year when it was like some games Westbrook would just be taking shots he shouldn't have been taking, and KD would look over there like, "What the hell is he doing?" Which is probably why he he made the decision to leave.
Right, because remember Harden was on that team, but we don't consider that Harden's team at all. He was 6th man, and then he left.
Yeah, then he bounced. You know what? I think if we got a situation when it comes to OKC, kind of similar in Golden State, where Russ was the talker, the more vocal guy. And KD was kind of like the laid back, cool, chill dude, but clearly the better player. And I think that's why, I think to Brittany's point, why Russ might be looked at more of, the OKC guy. You know what I mean? Even though he's not the better player, by a long shot.
Well, phone lines are open, man. Y'all calling there. I'll let y'all know let us know what y'all think. Man.
And so earlier for you, I think you said something about rings, and I don't know, I can't exactly remember, but Shaq would be brought up, right? Because Shaq was with Magic first, and he got traded to LA, and then he left and went to Miami.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true too. Point. That's a good point.
All right, Greg Anderson, what's up, brother? What's your thoughts?
Greg,
what's going on? What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? Hey, this is what I think the criteria should be.
Okay.
I think you should have a decade of service. You should be top 5.
Hold on. To the team?
Yes, to the team.
All in a row, or it can be broken up?
Man, this is a new thing. Leaving, coming back. LeBron started that. I think so. I think it's cumulative.
Okay.
Most, back when I was watching the NBA, you stayed with a team. You didn't move. It wasn't that much player movement, so it can be cumulative. A decade.
Okay.
You have to be top 5 in a statistical category, whether that be points, rebounds, assists, any major statistical category. I think you would have had to be recognized as a All-NBA player for at least half of that time. So at least 5 All-NBAs.
This is a tough criteria, Greg.
That's because everybody shouldn't get a trophy. I mean, everybody shouldn't get a statue.
Everybody gonna call it a trophy tonight. I done started a trend.
Yeah. Some people should just get bobbleheads. Now, when it comes down to KD, I believe because he has moved around so much, I don't even know what team to identify. The longer he plays, I don't even know what team to identify him as.
Right.
It started off with OKC, but now I think that because of the way that he left, Westbrook is considered Mr. OKC and not KD. So we can take him out of the equation.
But Westbrook was considered that because KD dumped them. Like that's just like if there's a girl who chose me first and we were together and I dumped her and then she got with another dude and just started going on social media and trying to talk about how happy she was with him, but she really wasn't, right? He didn't give her a ring either. You get what I'm saying? Like don't lie to me at like you happy with that one when you wanted me first. You get what I'm saying?
Why are you talking about my ex, man?
Yeah, so that was all. Yeah, Greg, that was all fake and fluff, man. Westbrook is not Mr. OKC. They was doing that to make KD mad and jealous. Just like when Kendrick Perkins came out there and said Westbrook was the best player that OKC has ever had. What? Get out of here, man.
Now that was cap. That was all cap. Okay, but my point, the point being, he does fit a lot of the criteria. No, he didn't get to the 10 years. I think he may have left after year 8 or year 9. But he still got time to go back. He gonna play another 4 or 5 years. He might do the LeBron thing and go play with Shea to get a ring.
Sheesh.
Wow.
But my last point before I get off. LeBron James does not deserve a statue in LA. I think that fool deserves a star writer, like the Walk of Fame. He did one of them Walk of Fame stars right in front of the stadium because he done turned the Lakers into a reality TV show. It's just a shit show in LA.
Word.
Don't need no statue. KD, I think what they need to do with KD is they need to get one of those portable statues. So like maybe every 6 or 7 years they can move it from place to place. So
a mobile statue.
And then they can move it to OKC.
A statue with wheels on the bottom is crazy, man. It's not a porta potty.
You know how they be moving a mobile home?
Yeah.
That might be the best idea all night.
That might be the move. Yeah, it is.
Just move it from place to place. That's the only thing that we can do because these guys are not staying long enough to have an impact. Now, it's actually going to be easier for these. Tell you the truth, it's going to be easier for these guys to stay at least 8 or 9 years because your rookie deal is 5 years. Mm-hmm. Then they taxing on like a 3-year extension, and then after that, coming to your 9th year, if you ain't won no championship, you're trying to force a trade. So
that's facts.
Yeah, so, but in any event, 10 years of service, 5 years All NBA, MVP, preferably an MVP, and I don't know. You have to be synonymous with the organization.
Okay, and the city. Okay, I get that. That's kind of what Britne was saying. That part, man. It need to be a connection with the franchise and the city. Mm-hmm. I like that part.
Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and get off. I'm listening.
All right, thanks, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's tough, man. So we put wheels on KD's statue. We got to put a World's Waldo sweat on LeBron statue. Because we don't know where he could be at.
You got to.
Is this the same? Quick question. Is this the same ownership from when KD left?
I don't know.
Because that'll determine if once KD retires, whether he'll get a statue. Because later on they appreciate you and all that, and it's usually a new ownership group that may come in.
Dion Brown, thanks for the super chat, brother. Beast Mode Bones, thanks for becoming a member. Hey, just a reminder, super chats are always open. The Cash App is in the description box. That's always open. You can always become a member. We give members only content. We usually do that on the weekend. We'll probably record something tomorrow for just the members. Also, Underdog Fantasy, Man Down Sports is a promo code. If you go and play Underdog Fantasy and you do a pick 'em and you use a promo code, they're going to match your first deposit. Not match it, but they're going to give half of what your first deposit is, up to $1,000. Right. All of that good stuff, man, is ways you can support the show. But definitely the easiest way is to hit the like button and the share button. All right, caller, Chris on the phone.
What's going on, man?
What's good?
Chris.
My boy Zoe.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, dog? The longer KD plays, it just ruins his career even more, man. It just diminishes his career, dude, because he loses every year. And it seems like in the first round, he's getting crossed, he's getting dunked on, he's getting cooked. They stealing the ball that broke sideways jump shot. I mean, man, I don't recognize KD no more, man. When he was in OKC, man, I used to think KD could really dethrone LeBron, man. I really did. And I was really hoping for it. When he went to the finals that year and played Miami, I really thought they could pull that off, man. I know James Harden, same old James Harden, he underperformed. Westbrook was just throwing a bunch of shots up, but I respect Westbrook because at least he went out there and showed some heart. And KD was putting up bricks. So yeah, the trophy for Thunder should be Westbrook. That's just non-negotiable, dog.
You don't mean that.
Statue.
I do.
You don't mean that.
Like I said, I love Kevin Durant.
No, but this is my thing. If Westbrook gets a trophy, he's done less in the OKC jersey than Kevin Durant, and he's the lesser player. It don't make sense for him to get one. You're just saying because he stayed longer than KD that he's going to get a trophy. That's like some type of sentimental. Kevin Durant, you left us. You like that's crazy. Like Westbrook is not D-Wade in this situation.
He not, but at least he won an MVP.
So did Kevin Durant.
Took the team to the playoffs. As
So
long
Kevin
as Westbrook in his prime is getting you to the playoffs.
So does
You can
Kevin
say what
Durant.
you want to say, because Westbrook was reliable back, in his younger days. He played 80, 70 games. So if he played, he's getting you to the playoffs.
And the first round exit too.
Yeah. But that's Kevin Durant now. No matter what
But he's not
team
at OKC though.
teams are trading draft picks and trading the future away just to get sent home in the first round. And when he get cooked by Anthony Edwards, all he do is laugh and say, "Hi, yeah, you got me." What?
I don't think he got a real argument. So what you think?
Nah, you know how Chris is. Chris. Is that your problem with KD, Chris? Just the fact that of how he did it, because you were saying some crazy stuff like his jumper was broke, and that man is one of the best shooters ever.
KD is soft, man. I mean, even players say it. I remember Joel Embiid looking at this dude, man, you soft. DeMarcus Cousins haircut this dude, told him, "What's up? Let's go to the back." You soft. Draymond Green, what you want to do? Call him the B word. No, we not doing that. We gonna bump. No did it. And that's just how it's gonna be. It ain't no
on the state.
You this, you that. Dennis Schroeder just this past Olympics said Kevin Durant was soft. Kevin Durant is soft. It's just the truth.
I don't know what it got to do with the statue.
Trying to figure out what his beef is.
Yeah, land a plane and make that connection with the statue.
Yeah, like because so he don't deserve a statue anywhere. Is that what you're saying?
He might be sensitive, but he's talented as heck.
He is. He's skilled.
No, man.
Yes, he is.
There's no way this dude is challenging when you let Anthony Edwards cook you like that, bro, and you laugh.
You know who more sensitive than Kevin Durant?
Jordan.
You know who? No. You know who more sensitive than Kevin Durant?
Steph.
Who?
Michael Jordan. If you
Jordan would be
no,
personal.
Of course that's called sensitivity. If I push a button here and it hurts, that means you're sensitive there. Whatever you say to MJ, he's going to take it personal, and he's going to do something about it. So y'all when y'all call athletes sensitive, yeah, all the best athletes are sensitive. The ones that are not sensitive, you can criticize that game and they'll be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna get better. I'm still going home to my mansion while y'all go home to y'all crappy lives, right? That's what LeBron said. Oh, y'all criticize me, y'all going home to a crappy life, and I'm going home to a mansion. Where someone like Kobe, KD, Mike, they sensitive enough to say, I'm gonna show you. Right, so there's nothing wrong with being sensitive in sports. All the great players are sensitive.
Yeah, you gotta have.
So outside of Golden State, what did KD show us?
What do you mean? Every time somebody guard him, it's lunchtime.
How?
It's lunchtime whenever he gets on the court.
Swept this dude. He let the Celtics sweep that dude.
He's not the first great or the last great to be swept.
He got clamped up, dude.
Not the first great.
This is what I mean.
Not the first great or the last great to be clamped up.
At least Luka won a fucking game, dude.
And then got clamped up in the finals.
40 on their fucking head and said, "You're not gonna fucking sweep me. You're not sweeping me, dude. It's not happening."
But that's just a moral
victory. It's not
victory,
happening.
Though. That's a moral victory. That you just didn't get swept.
KD got swept twice.
But you
got swept twice.
Well, okay, so what that mean?
Luka still lost.
Come on, bro.
Hold on, you're giving me a fact of something that did happen. Now you have to tell me what does it mean. So he got swept twice. What does that mean?
He's not that guy.
No, what does not that guy mean?
He's not that guy.
What
He's
does that
not
mean?
Worthy of a statue.
Hold on. Let's play Connect the Dots. This is a game that I learned when I was like 4 years old. Let's play Connect the Dots. You made a statement. It was a true statement. He got swept. What does it mean that he got swept? You say he's not that guy. All right. So what does not that guy mean?
He's not him.
Okay,
I mean,
so now
we all know what that means.
Okay, so now connect that dot to the statue. You see how you
He's
can't.
not getting
You see how
one.
you making statements that don't relate to each other, and you can't connect the dots.
Why isn't his jersey number retired? How come they retired Nick Collison's
Chris,
jersey first
Chris,
before him?
He's still playing.
He's still playing.
Chris smoking on that Zaza Wade now. Chris,
But that jersey should be retired by now.
No,
not
did
why
it.
he's still playing. Chris,
Not yet. No. He's going to have probably a couple jerseys
Yeah,
retired.
he'll have a couple retired.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so, man, because they might give him the how the Nuggets did Melo, how they just gave his number away to Jokic when his number should have been retired.
I can see that.
I
I mean,
don't know.
but that's a
'Cause the
friend.
Thunder don't really like Kevin Durant.
But that's personal. That's a franchise that, hey, look, we mad that you left, and we're not gonna treat you right. I can see them letting somebody. I can see them giving somebody his number. I really can.
Yeah, all right then.
But it's
So
all
why
good.
would they give him a statue?
Oh, I mean, you're making a good point. But
You just got cooked.
No. You're making a good point. But that's a point we've already been making since you got on the phone. We're giving a reason why we think he should get one. We're not saying that OKC will give him one.
No, as long as you ain't saying he gonna get one, because he ain't.
No, we
Sorry.
never even said what we think was going to happen. I mean, with LA, Britne said we think LA would give him one, and then I said they probably will, but I don't think he deserves one. I think Kevin Durant actually deserves one at OKC, but he probably won't get one.
No. And Steph is the best thing coming out of Golden State, so we already know he's getting that statue.
You're right about that.
That's true.
But hey, thanks for the call. Let me
Confident.
get one more call, and then we move to our next topic, man. Thanks, Chris.
Go ahead.
All right, we'll take one more, y'all. I don't know about that, y'all.
Chris be talking crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chris was higher than the giraffe coach.
I don't think KD is soft. If you want to call him sensitive, fine. I don't know if he's soft though.
No, he not. He definitely not soft because a
don't
soft
think
person
he's
would
soft.
crumble under the pressure.
Right.
Caller from Cali, what's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kelly from SoCal.
What's going on?
bro?
What's happening?
Thanks for having me on to begin with. And this conversation is going all sorts of places, so I guess I'll try to bring it back a little bit, you know?
Okay.
So anyways, I think I'm in agreement with like most of the panel that LeBron shouldn't get one in Los Angeles, but you know, everything that's going on with Jeannie Buss and that whole circus show and Rob Pelinka, I think it's a realistic possibility he might get one.
Why do you think he would get one? Like, I mean, besides Rob Pelinka, all that stuff, why do you think he deserves one in LA?
I think he would get one because Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka have made a interesting soap opera over there, and you know, they're, lack of a better word, they're enablers. You know, they don't call out the bull. You know, they just, how do I say? You know, they're all about publicity. You know, saying positive things. They don't call out whether it's Steph and Bronny or the team they're building. You know, dumping Westbrook, everything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think so, but I mean, if we're gonna go by that criteria, then why don't we just give him a Grammy or an Academy Award? You know what I'm saying? Like a statue, I don't know about that, man. Because I mean, LeBron hasn't done anything great in LA except for win a AAU trophy. That's it. I mean,
Yo, that was like
I agree.
for real. Like the setup was definitely AAU.
Yeah, it was just an AAU. It was an AAU championship. That's what it was.
Williams and against Team Elite.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
this man won the little four.
That man won the little four.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with all of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying, yeah, oh God, I gotta give LeBron a statue. No, I'm just telling you what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because of that whole circus going on in LA. I haven't been a Laker fan for I don't even know how many years. Can't stand going on over there. You know, and Kobe's my guy, so it just baffles me how people can still be quote unquote Laker fans and you watch the Kobe era. It don't make any sense. They contradict each other. You know what I'm saying?
Chris said this man won 35U.
35U travel team.
I'm telling you, man. That's what it was, though.
That was accurate, man. That was accurate, bro. Dang.
Oh, not 35U. Sheesh.
Oh man, that was funny.
Man, that's funny, man. Oh man. Final thoughts, man, before we end this call.
I got nothing much. Let's see. You got the NFL Week 2, Lil Wayne and the Diddler.
Yeah, stick around.
You might want to stick around for the Diddler, buddy. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be.
That's gonna be crazy.
Hey, that last topic was either gonna be Diddler or Dr. Umar Johnson telling us who his top 5 coons are in the 21st century.
You tell me you got the sound for it somewhere.
Y'all want to change the last topic to the Diddler, or y'all want to hear the top 5 coons?
If we don't do top 5 coons on here, we got to do it in post game.
We can do it in post game. Let's do that. That sounds like fun.
We'll do it. Yeah, catch us on the Patreon, man. We'll do the post game. We'll do the top 5 coons on that. Yeah, it was hilarious. Number 1 was hilarious.
Oh, I can't.
And it's sports related too. And it's not who you think.
Okay. Yeah, let's go to the next.
All right, the last call.
Hey.
From Louisiana, go ahead.
What's going on, fella? What's going on, later?
What's going on,
my brother?
What I was saying is, for me, LeBron don't deserve a statue. For me, the criteria starts with loyalty. You know, why should I reward a player that abandoned us, that he chose to run every time he lost? He didn't make. I mean, there's a long list of players he didn't make better. There's a long list of coaches from each of those teams he's gotten fired. So where was the loyalty at? You know, you abandoned us, so why would I reward you, my great city, a statue, to praise you and put up a statue for a great player when that's not what you've been to our city?
I can support that.
Jay, I ain't got no qualms with it. He came
on.
It ain't nothing that can be said after that. Go ahead, keep spitting.
Keep cooking.
The criteria of winning, you know, like it's a bubble chip. No, there's never been a championship in NBA history that equals or looks like a bubble chip. You know, I know a lot of people don't like to get into conspiracy theories with the fixed NBA, but that's the thing. You know, he didn't want to play in the NBA until he had a conversation with Adam Silver. So they rewarded him some kind of way. We're going to get you this championship. Why? Because we need you to be the to carry our league.
Damn, Chris.
You know, Kevin Durant. Everybody mad at Kevin Durant for doing exactly what LeBron did. Kevin Durant left OKC, and people forget James Harden was on that team. He didn't want James Harden to leave. OKC got James Harden out of there. He didn't want Serge Ibaka to leave. And if anybody remember, he waited until they traded Serge Ibaka before he made his decision to go to Golden State. Because he was waiting to see, because he wanted Serge Ibaka. He was like, I'm trying to build a team, do what LeBron is getting. LeBron getting everything he wanted in Miami. He got the super team he wanted. I'm just trying to build a team here. But y'all getting rid of all the players I want to keep. So he went to the office and talked to him about Serge Ibaka. After they got rid of Serge Ibaka, then that was easy decision on him. Like y'all said, him and Westbrook was bumping heads because Westbrook felt like he was the man. The conversation, the talks was going to Westbrook head. It was. Westbrook was the one trying to dominate the game. That's why they fell out.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree. That criteria for that, I'm not going to reward a player that's abandoning us at every cost. Like Cleveland, he left. The only reason he came back, it wasn't to make right or wrong. He came back to Cleveland because he can build a super team. That was to benefit him, not Cleveland.
Facts.
And the minute Kyrie Irving left, the player he went back to join, the superstar he went back to join. The minute he left, instead of LeBron trying to elevate the players that was around him, LeBron left. I can't win.
Facts.
And then everybody calls the Cleveland team trash. He carried LeBron. That's Hall of Fame. You don't carry Hall of Fame. You know, those are Hall of Fame players. So all the carrying narrative, that's just something to help him. How can you carry somebody that's averaging 20 plus points a game?
Nah, that's a
Like
good
the
point.
narratives just don't fit.
No, that's a good
That's
point.
all I'm saying.
Man, I appreciate it, Louisiana, man. That's a good call, man. I appreciate it.
Good call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey,
Question.
go ahead.
I was gonna say a question real quick because somebody I think just commented because we're talking about who gets trophies and who doesn't. Does D Rose get a trophy in Chicago?
A statue?
Oh, I'm sorry, a statue. God dang.
Corey. It's Corey's fault. It's Corey.
Come on, Corey. You
I'm
just
sorry.
started saying trophy.
I'm sorry.
I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
say
look
statue.
weird. It's gonna look very weird with the GOAT statue outside
And a D Rose statue.
and a
next
D
to it.
Rose statue while Scottie Pippen is on the inside, like on one of them podiums that you rub it at the Apollo. They got Scottie Pippen on top of one of them
Yeah.
inside the arena.
Now, I'm not saying I disagree, but do you think he'll get the sympathy vote? Because I mean, he was a great player for him until he got hurt
No,
by my team.
nah, he don't deserve no statue.
Gosh, it's tough though, because he would have had one. I think he would have got it. He would have had one.
Brandon
he from
Roy
the
would have
Chi.
had one too, though.
And he from the Chi, so
And
that
that's just different. That would have been different. Yeah.
Damn.
yeah.
Well, maybe he get a little trophy for real by Scottie Pippen.
He should get one, and I think Scottie should get one somewhere more. Like move Scottie somewhere else, move him outside somewhere, and then you can put D Rose and
Who else? That was my next question. Okay,
yeah, you can put D Rose on the inside.
Yeah, Scottie, D Rose. Okay, I agree. Scottie need to be somewhere in between where D Rose is and in between where Mike
Correct.
is on that list.
Correct.
But who, like, okay, maybe like a Ring of Honor versus not a statue for players like D Rose.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Something like that. I mean, he's a youngest MVP. You know what I'm saying? He was
on a tear.
He was, man, and my Hawks had to face him twice in the playoffs, and he was just. I'm like, bro, this man is unfair. He is unfair. He was definitely on his way.
Yeah, because I think the year he got hurt, first of all, the Sixers was not supposed to win that series at all.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I feel like they were on their way to possibly get into that championship that year.
Yeah.
Healthy D Rose was a trip.
All right, let's move to everybody's favorite segment, man, football. And we'll start it off with somehow Britne being on top of the freaking leaderboard for our Pick'em League. Britne, any thoughts?
Wait a minute.
Real
Hold on.
That's real disrespectful. You the only one that chose New Orleans. All right, then.
Hold on. When we come back, you'll be able to see it.
Oh
But,
Lord, hold on. Let's see it now. Hold on.
I had to get my trophy here.
Terrible.
I'm week 2 champ, and just disregard the basketball here. Just disregard the basketball.
Lord have mercy. I thought you said you're in Brad.
Right now.
I thought you said you're in Brad.
She definitely.
You know what? I wasn't going to, Mel, but you kind of pushed me into it. So I'm gonna take this opportunity.
Wow, Chris,
to
you see this?
And I'm gonna thank the little people. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Lord have mercy.
Gosh.
But yeah, I took Corey. I'm sorry. I took New Orleans. I didn't trust the offense. I didn't trust the offense. Actually, no, I didn't trust the defense, to be straight up. I think there's a couple teams I took in there that was a little different than y'all. So I took the Browns. What else? I took Green Bay. Why did y'all take the Colts?
I just thought Anthony Richardson, he had a couple of throws. I thought maybe he would be better than what he was. That's why I thought Colts.
Shout out
You
to
got to read
AF
that super chat.
Chief retired
Yeah,
with the $99
you got the anchors in here.
super chat. That's what 9 to get you. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can only do 9. You know, but
Mhm.
That
so
means
that's
why it's
what
the all
9 to get you,
nines.
man. Definitely appreciate the super chat and the support for the channel, and we are definitely good content and probably
Appreciate
better than ESPN. But yeah, definitely go Navy and freaking Navy Chief, Navy Pride. Appreciate it, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was one of the ones really was that. And then most of y'all took Miami. Why?
Oh, I chose Indy because Jordan Love was out.
Yeah, but you know what? I decided that Indy's gonna have to show me, and I didn't think they were ready yet. So that's why I said Green. I said Green Bay's still gonna win even without Jordan Love. And then Buffalo. The reason why I chose Buffalo, Josh Allen to me stepped it up without depending on the Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I mean he got James Cook.
Yeah.
And James.
It wasn't Tua out.
Nah, he wasn't out, but
he
might as well be.
Yeah, that's when he went out.
I don't trust Miami though. I don't trust Miami against certain teams.
Yeah, I don't trust Miami no more. But hey, this is the last week you're gonna be in the league, Britne. So enjoy it. But yeah, you got me by one game right now. But I can't wait the next week for sure.
Well, like you said last week, Mel, you went third.
Dang, you are terrible.
Wow.
You went third.
Hey,
Jay
it's all
is better
good.
than you.
It's temporary setback. That's all it is.
All right, y'all. Any final let me before we get started on this NFL segment, real quick. Any surprising wins or losses from the pick'ems that y'all had?
Yeah, that Monday night game.
All right, that's the same for both of y'all.
No,
I'm pretty sure Corrigo said the Cowboys.
No, it didn't surprise me because if here we go again. If you watch Cowboys bit, I called it.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Was it the Monday night game for you?
Yeah, we should. Okay, we'll get into it.
Okay. Well, for me, it was not because I know my team and how they operate. But y'all ready? All right, let's forget it. Let's just jump right into it. We're gonna talk about this Eagles collapse to the Falcons 22-21. I do believe we have a sound bite. Well, I believe it was Speak, right? And who's to blame for the Eagles choke job against the Falcons? Guys, y'all, it's week 2. Play the sound bite for me. Play it for me.
Drop obviously stopped the clock, and the Falcons were out of timeouts. So there is a lot of controversy over if this was the right call. Should they have just run the ball, let the clock run out? But do you have any issue with the Eagles' failed third down play, Keyshawn?
Okay, so it's very simple for us to second guess the situation because if Saquon Barkley catches the football instead of looking at his hands when he dropped it, we'll be like, oh, that was a great call. I would have probably preferred them to run the football. They rushed for 186 yards plus on the day, 180-something yards on the day. So it wasn't like they were being stopped. I just think at that moment in time, whatever that sequence was leading up to that particular moment, they had stuffed a few runs and they didn't feel comfortable in doing it. So they got cutesy, right? And when you get cutesy, Paul and Joy, sometimes coaches like Kellen Moore decide, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to outsmart the defense. And he did. It was a two-way go. He gave an opportunity for Jalen Hurts. If they would have covered Saquon Barkley, he could have put his foot in the ground, retraced, and got to the first down marker.
Right.
It's easy to second guess it now. It really, truly is. I throw that football to Saquon Barkley 100 out of 100 times, man. He's going to catch it most of the time. He really is. It's just unfortunate it didn't work out for him at that particular moment in time. And now here we are talking about it.
Well, I think you have to evaluate the risk here. I'm not somebody who's obsessed with analytics, but I do think that more information is helpful.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the situation, are you trying to get an extra 3 points? Are you trying to score a touchdown? Or is the priority here, since you're already up, to give the ball back, which you know you will do at this point, with the least amount of time on the clock for Kirk Cousins and the Falcons to drive down and score?
Yeah, but in a game time situation, there's a lot going on, right? Coaches have got to be calm. They got to understand. And you would say, well, why wouldn't Nick Sirianni overrule Well, he may have thought about overruling Kellen Moore, but then Kellen Moore may have convinced him, hey, this is the best third down call that we got. They haven't been able to cover it all night long. Remember, in the first half, we did this and it hit. And so you got all those different conversations, and you trust in a guy you just gave a boatload of money to. This ain't me and you he throwing to. This is a guy who's currently in the National Football League.
Right. Well, I mean, yes, of course, if Saquon catches the ball, we're not having this conversation. But Saquon did not catch the ball, so we are having this conversation. And we do have to look at what the right decision would have been.
Just run the ball.
So, well, I guess what are your overall thoughts on what they had to say about, more specifically, that last drive, and who do you think is to blame for this?
I disagree with all of them. The blame goes on the Philly defense.
Man, that's why I was going with it. That's why boy, Corey, go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook.
I mean, he was well inside the red zone when he dropped the pass. He had to go like 87 yards in order to get, and they got down the field quick.
About 35 seconds they got down the field.
Quick.
They had a total of 99 seconds. They were in the red zone in 32.
Quick.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, things happen. You drop passes all the time. I mean, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was a great play call, to be honest with you, because the way Atlanta stacked the box, right? And he was automatically open as soon as he swung outside. He was open. He catches the ball. He probably would have scored, to be honest, right?
It was him in a small corner.
That's it. That's all it was. And they hadn't tackled him very well all night.
Yeah.
So no matter what, the ball went over to Atlanta, and you had an opportunity to stop them, and you couldn't do it. So the blame goes on the defense for not stopping them.
Go ahead, Britt.
3 plays.
That's it. That's all.
3 plays.
It was in the red zone.
So, Corey, I know you said the defense. I'm gonna be a little bit more specific because it is
I got you.
defense. I'm going with the defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio. Regardless of the fact you understand where how your defense was playing the entire game. Nothing has changed the entire game. They couldn't get any pass rush, right? They couldn't stop the run for anything, right? Bijan Robinson was dicing through us. Like,
man, he cold.
Like carving us up like it was a Thanksgiving turkey day or something. Completely carving us up, right? So my problem was you didn't present anything to help your young defense, right? It is an inexperienced defense, regardless of how I appreciate it. Thank you. Regardless of how talented they are, whatever, how not talented they are, you have to be able to help your defensive line. You have to be able to help your edge rushers. Do a 5-man rush. 5-man front. You didn't show a 5-man front. You didn't blitz. You blitzed one time, it didn't work, and you decided not to go back to it. You got to help them out. This has been an ongoing issue. Corey, you said this with Dallas on your show, Cowboy Spit, right? It's been with the run defense. It's been an ongoing issue for quite a few number of years. So you have to do something to help them out. And Zoe, Kirk Cousins, your team was smart during those last 3 plays. Man. They went to the side of the rookie and they baited the mess out of him.
Every single time.
Him. Right. They had the one player sit in front.
Put in something in the front of him. Put something in front of him and just go right behind him. Yep.
Right. And they went behind him. But he has to understand. And again, that's on Vic Fangio to send that down to your leaders and say, tell him to come back.
Yeah,
have him focus. You have, even if you got, you don't want to stop the clock, because I know that's what you're going up against is the clock in that moment. But look, if you ain't got time, take a time out, talk to your guy like, hey, I need you to come back. And I don't know what the heck Darius Slay was doing. He got himself caught looking in the backfield, and you too much of a veteran. But I'm gonna give you a pass because you took accountability for that.
Yeah.
But Zoe, I know your team was celebrating like it was the Super Bowl Monday night.
It was.
Well, let me let Zoe go last with his squad.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so his squad got the W, so I'll let Zoe close it out. I'm going. I get it. The defense gave up the butt real early on the first date. I get it, right? But I'm gonna go psychological. Right, I'm gonna tell you what I think was going on, and Britne go hate this, right?
I'm not gonna hate it.
Saquon Barkley on that on the touchdown drive was getting up the field doing his thing. They got to the red zone, and once they got close enough, they took Saquon out. Gainwell comes in, and they get to the 1, and then Hurts does the tush push and gets the touchdown. Saquon Barkley is on the sidelines. I look for this footage online, but I can't find it. But I think I sent the message in the group chat as soon as it happened. Saquon Barkley was on the sideline. It wasn't Kellen Moore. It wasn't Sarianna. I don't know which coach it was, but he was on the sidelines going the heck off. And I'm like, he's mad because he did all that work to get upfield, and they wouldn't even let him punch the touchdown in. Right? He's pissed off about that. And a couple of possessions before that, the same thing happened. They took him out in the red zone and put Gainwell in, and they didn't even score. Right? So he's pissed off,
Hold
right?
up.
Yeah.
Mel, are you talking about the last drive or the
No, not the
touchdown
last
that
drive.
they
I'm
had?
talking about the one that Hurts got the touchdown on the tush push, and then they put
Why is this-
Saquon back in. I'm about to tell you, they put Saquon back in for the 2-point conversion.
I think I
Right?
know.
So this is what I think happened. This is
So
what I
you think he
happened.
purposely dropped that ball?
No. What I'm saying is that tongue chewing or that tongue lashing that Saquon gave whatever coach that was on the sideline, they felt like they had to make it up to him because they took a touchdown away from him and gave it to Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to let one of my highest paid offensive players get what he came over here to do. I'm taking him out of the game at the goal line after I just scored 3 touchdowns the week before. So he's pissed off, and now Kellen Moore felt like I got to get him in the end zone, and that's why they went on 3rd down and tried to throw that pass to him. And they should have just been running it the whole time, just to run the clock out. That's all they should have been doing, was running the clock out.
So poor clock management.
And psychologically, they felt like they had to throw a bone to Saquon because they took a bone from him on the possession before that.
You don't watch the Eagles much, do you?
I do.
You do? Okay, so
I got people in fantasy.
Wait a minute. So then you understand that this is not the first time they have done this. It's just that they get praised for it when it goes well, and they become the worst team when it doesn't go well.
Yeah, and what I'm saying,
they have done this multiple times. This is something, and this was actually one of my questions I was going to ask you, but I want Zelda, I guess, to go first. They have done this since Nick Sirianni has been the head coach. He goes for it on the 3rd and 3 or 4th and 3 or 4th and 8 or whatever it might be. So it has nothing to do with how Saquon felt or didn't feel in that moment, in my opinion. This is not something new to the Eagles offensive calls during these particular times. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense why y'all ain't got no ring in this era of Sarianna, if that's how y'all normally think, because as long as y'all keep
it's a lot of teams that ain't got a ring with a certain head coach.
Yeah, but there ain't a lot of teams that got the squad to have a ring, but they keep messing it up.
Wait a minute. I don't know how we get from the no ring to certain play calls and all that, but I'm trying to understand you mentioning that play, I guess, and him being mad when, if you understand how the Eagles operate, they have done this even before Nick Sirianni has gotten here. They've done it in the Super Bowl that they won. But it's a good play because it worked. If it doesn't work, then we'd be sitting here saying it's one of the worst plays in NFL history, right?
I don't disagree with you, Britt. But I don't think it's one of the worst plays in NFL history. It was just, and I don't. To be honest with you, Britt, I don't.
Not this play. The one in the Super Bowl. If that one in the Super Bowl did not work, remember they did that fancy, Philly, whatever they call it,
Philly special,
the Philly special. If that didn't work, we'd be saying how bad of a play that was during that time, right?
Agreed.
So
but that's a trick.
Situ-
But that's a trick play. This was just a normal play. I mean, shit happens.
Right.
He dropped the pass.
I didn't have a problem
Barkley
with the
catches
play.
that pass 99.99999 times out of 100. You know what I'm saying? It was just he dropped the pass, right? But what I'm saying, the only thing that I said is that they still had the ball on what? They need to go 80-something yards for a touchdown. All you had to do is stop them.
No, remember they kicked the field goal, and
That's
then I think they got the ball at the 30-yard line.
They got it at the 30, so they go 70
They got it
yards.
at 30.
So they go 70 yards with no timeout.
That's still fast.
It's fast. That was fast.
Made him look like him almost look like Patrick Mahomes in that moment.
That was
So this your team. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, I would like to thank the Philadelphia Eagles for resurrecting our season, because we should not have had a chance to even have that last second drive. But I'm glad that we did. I'm glad that we did, because we would have been, look at our division now. The division that we thought that we were going to run away with because of all the offseason acquisitions. You got Bucks starting 2-0. You got the Saints looking like the greatest show on turf reincarnated. And we would have been sitting at 0-2, looking like, tied with the Panthers in our own on our own division. So kudos. Blame wise, I mean, it's a lot to go around. Even not being from a fan perspective, because of course I'm glad all of that mess happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad everything that happened because we ended up with the dub, and I had already turned the TV off, and I was upstairs about to get into bed, and my son Josh texted me and was like, Saquon Barkley just dropped the ball. And I'm like, go back down and turn this on. So it was unbelievable. I'm not mad at the play call. It's you throwing to Saquon Barkley.
Right.
Getting him the football is what you want to do in the first place. And anyway, and as much space as he had, he catches. We're not having this conversation, but it's just like going forward. When Dan Campbell does it for the Lions and it works, everybody's like, yo, man, he's a great coach and he does this. But when it doesn't, then it's like, man, why does he always do that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. Now, that defense is who I was going to blame from jump. And I hate blaming defense, because at the end of the day, a lot of those Georgia guys are on that Philly defense. A lot of those guys, and they not. I mean, besides Jalen Carter, I think Jordan Davis is underachieving. I think that Keely Ringo is underachieving. The Kobe Dean, I know this
not playing.
Is Keely not playing?
No, not yet.
The Kobe Dean this is his first year as a starter, right? In that Mike linebacker, or second year?
I'm gonna say first.
If he started last year, he came
year.
on late. Yeah, he came on late.
If he started
he was out last year due to injury. So this would be his third year, but yeah, first year full-time starter.
First year full-time, like it's a lot of the whole. Just like she said, Bijan was cutting up, like he was just finding whatever he wanted on the football field, and to be able to drive and you don't hit Bijan not one time in that drive. So it's Drake London, Mooney. They made him look like what he never has looked like before. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what his potential is. He looked really good on that second drive, like almost a one receiver. Like he was going to him every single time right in front of Quinyon Mitchell, and it kept working. So he kept doing it. And we went in a hurry up offense, went in our 2-minute offense, and got down the field. Once we got down on the field, I felt like the touchdown was inevitable, because I've seen these collapses before. See, what Philly did was they out-falconed the Falcons. And that's something we normally do. We'll normally, as we've seen before, we'll normally be the team that have the lead and snatch defeat out the jaws of victory. That's normally us. But for them, I think that this gives us new light on the season. We 1-1 and not 0-2. We still keep pace, and then we got a big game coming on the Sunday night game against the Chiefs. So maybe it give us some confidence going forward. But I was just surprised at the same time.
No disrespect. Don't get your hopes up.
Oh, I'm getting my hopes
up. Do not be that Falcons fans. I see it celebrate like it was a Super Bowl. Do not get your hopes up yet.
It was.
It is still. So it is still early. We didn't.
It is.
How is that y'all Super Bowl? That's sad.
If that was y'all Super Bowl, y'all would have been up 28-3 at halftime.
Yeah. No, it was the Super Bowl. We finally broke the curse.
You think?
No. See, I don't think you understand how Philly works every year and what they tend to do sometimes, and how they because if you look at last year, they had 3 of these last year. What the other team came and won under 2 minutes, and they shouldn't have won. The year before, when they went to the Super Bowl, it's like every year they'll lose to 1 or 2 games they're not supposed to lose to. Not saying the Falcons aren't talented, because I think you guys have a lot of talent. But they weren't supposed to lose that game.
I agree.
They dropped those games. So I'm just happy this happened earlier versus the last 6 or so games in the season like it did last year. But anyway,
you're right.
Right, real quick before we go to the next topic, I got another question pertaining to that last drive from the Eagles, because that seems to be has a lot of people divided within the sports community, right? And they mentioned it a little bit in this sound clip, and Mel, I was going to say, but I held it until now. And that was, the Eagles have been known recently, especially during the Nick Sirianni years, of following analytics a lot, along with a lot of other teams. There's many other teams, or whether we agree or disagree with it. Do you think teams are overly reliant on analytics to make a decision in crucial situations such as this one versus the feel or flow of the game?
100%. 100%. Like analytics should never be relied on. So even just saying relying on analytics too much, you just relying on it is already too much.
Yeah.
Right. Analytics is like a tool to like a supplement, like a tool, like like if I got an analytics guy that just look at things from the numbers perspective, and I'm a coach and I'm a football guy, and I'm saying I want to do this, blah blah blah, and my analytics guy be like, hey, just to let you know, this is a recommendation. Every time you did X, Y, and Z, it resulted in this. That's what they like. You know what? Okay, I keep that in mind. But I don't think you're supposed to get to like third down and be like, okay, it's first quarter.
Analytics say this.
Analytics say go for it because what some dumb. No, you still play the freaking football game. You take points when you get them. You got stopped on the 10-yard line. It's fourth down. You kicked the freaking field goal. They did that twice, right? Y'all had 2 field goals y'all could have got. Analytics say go for it. Y'all got no points.
First quarter of the game. That would have won the Eagles the game if they would have kicked that field goal in the very first quarter. They decided to go for it.
Analytics.
Go ahead, Corey.
Analytics. That's first, second, third quarter stuff, right? In the fourth quarter, game on the line, man, you just use your football knowledge. I need to keep this clock running, right? And if I throw an incomplete pass, this clock stops. Run the damn ball. Even if you don't get the first down, what happens? You still kick the same field goal that you kicked anyway. And we're not having this conversation. Saquon Barkley got stopped by the defense. That's a pretty normal thing. I mean, defenses tackle running backs unless you're the Dallas Cowboys. If you throw an incomplete pass, right?
Man threw a shot.
Hey man, I'm just keeping it real. If you throw an incomplete pass, the clock is gonna stop and you kick that field goal. Field goal is only gonna take 3 seconds off the clock. They're gonna have time to come, even though they got down the field very fast. Okay, that happens, right? But you keep the clock running. So even if you do kick that field goal, they get the ball with what 40-something seconds left on the clock, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just keep it going. That's just basic football 101. That don't have nothing to do with analytics.
See, I would have been. It's funny to me because although I didn't mind the pass situation, if you're going to go for it in that position, I think it would be fourth and 3. Why not go for it again? Because now you're giving them much more of a longer field to go, right? So instead of 70 yards, what was that, the 10-yard line or within the 10, something like that.
80.
So now you're talking about 80 yards to go, 85, somewhere in that range. Now you're giving them way more of a field to go with a similar amount of time. And maybe you had an opportunity. I don't know if they still doing the way that defense was playing, but it's just different situations and how Kirk Cousins and the Falcons didn't have to play it and how the Eagles will then have to play it. So
Atlanta, I think Philly, I was looking at it on ESPN. I think Philly had a 98.7% chance to win the game when the ball was kicked off.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Not with that defense.
I didn't. Let me be honest. Looking how we looked week 1, I saw a lot of the same issues. So I'm not, I talk my junk about, but reality speaking, they gave us the ball in order to be able to win. Yes, their defense sucked, but Saquon catches the ball. We out of timeouts. There's nothing else that we could possibly do. Like the game should have been over. It should have been over. Because it wasn't, Kirk Cousins was able to do what he, is able to do, so he doesn't look like a complete waste of $100 million. You know what I'm saying? So that's fine. But in all honesty, there's a lot of things that the Falcons got to improve on, and I think that we can be happy about this because they had so happy because we shouldn't have won the game. We shouldn't have. That's why they was celebrating like that. And I think it's Raheem's first win. I'm rooting for him to do well, not just because it's my team, but I just want him to do well. I feel like he finally getting a fair shot, operating the team like he's supposed to operate it, doing what he want to do, bringing in his personnel. Something I don't think they gave him a fair shot down in Tampa Bay. And even when the Falcons, after the collapse, the Super Bowl, after Mike Smith left, Raheem was on that staff. He had a chance to interview for that job too then. So I really just want him to succeed. So I was happy to see him get that win. But as far as contenders, the Saints still in our division. We got to see what happens with this. So, numbers, they different.
They are.
I hate giving the credit because Bones is in the chat, especially because he is Saints fan. And, on that day, we don't speak to each other. But yeah, man, definitely. I'm looking to see how we look against the Chiefs. I'm not getting my hopes up too crazy. I'm not one. I'm a realist. I've been hurt by this Falcons team too many times to take it seriously. But thank you, Philly, once again. Thank you.
You are so not welcome. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Cole.
All right, let's go to Mel's favorite team, the Panthers. As we know, they started 0-2 to begin the NFL season. But the front office and the coaching staff has decided to make a decision, and that was to bench their star young quarterback, Bryce Young, and start 13-year vet Andy Dalton. But we have a soundbite from Cam Newton. I can't even say his name. About Bryce Young.
Bryce Young is out. Andy Dalton is in. All right. So after Sunday's loss, Dave Canellis has spoken on the press conference and said Bryce is our quarterback. And the next Monday morning, Bryce was out. Dalton was in. This is what Canellis had to say before.
Will he start next week?
Bryce, our quarterback. We're going to just continue to shore up and fix the things we need to fundamentally from a scheme standpoint. All those things. These are all valuable reps. These are all valuable games. We'll learn a lot from this game, and hopefully we'll take another step this week.
So after this, he sat down, obviously, with the GM and higher personnel and the coaching staff, and they had to make this decision. And he said he had to keep the team first, and this was the best decision for him to make. Dalton as a starter. So, Boog, what's your thoughts? Is it too soon? I mean, is it Bryce's fault? Is it the organization's fault? Where do we place the blame, and how do we move on from this?
Get that motherfucker some help. Some real help, man. Offensive line, tight end, running back, defense. Build his confidence. That motherfucker is walking around, playing around there like a wounded duck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, bro, he don't got confidence, bro. He's already small as it is. But this is the same, but going back to, we got to start holding a lot of people accountable here.
Yeah.
I do understand that this was not Dan Morgan's pick, right? Mm-hmm. Even for the coach, this wasn't his pick.
Yeah.
But this was a move that was approved by David Tepper.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, for Dan Canellis, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's done some great things in his coaching career. And from seeing an interview in regards to Rex Ryan that really spoke freely about this particular pick.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, this is passing. Like, he helped Baker Mayfield. His mental is passing, not running. When I went to Carolina, I had Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams.
Mean backfield.
Right? So at some capacity, I still had a running game. Okay? When I went to Carolina, Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams,
yep.
Jeremy Shockey, Greg Olsen. Running backs, tight ends, offensive line, defense. So, yeah, whether we can condemn Bryce Young all we want, Bryce Young can't say how he really want to feel. So I'm going to speak for him.
Okay, Bryce.
Coach, help me out, please. I mean, I don't have no confidence. Everywhere that I've been a proven winner. It's been hard for me to win here because, first off, your seat has been a revolving door.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone the seat of a GM. The only person that I've seen some type of consistency is the owner himself and David Tepper. The president has changed. The GM has changed. And the head coach has changed.
3 times in 2 years.
Sheesh.
So can you blame me? For a lot of things, it's evident. I'm not playing with confidence. But that confidence comes as a byproduct of not having the resources that I need to win.
Woo, woo.
Wow.
He ain't lying.
Cam Newton be trying to sound real smart at times, although he can make some dumb decisions. I'm sorry. Okay, let me stay focused. And what he said, what Cam Newton said about them benching Bryce Young, you know, them not surrounding him with the quality talent. Is he right in what he said?
Heck yeah. I feel just listening to that though just made me feel bad for Bryce. I already felt bad for him. But after hearing that, the way he broke it down, sheesh, man. God.
Listen, man, it goes deeper than that. It goes way deeper than that. Okay, you got a small quarterback, right? They developed a total new offense, throwing lanes, everything. Got him good running backs, got him some wide receivers. They did so many things to make him better because they knew it was going to be a struggle just because of his size in the NFL, right? They did the same thing for Bryce Young. Like, Bryce Young is a prodigy. Bryce Young is from, like, the East Coast. He moved to California, like, when he was in the 8th grade. He lived in a dormitory at Mater Dei High School, right? He went – so this kid is a prodigy, right? I mean, that's what he is, born and bred to play football. That's what he is. That's what he does. To play quarterback, right? 100%. So he goes to college. He's surrounded by all these athletes at Alabama, right? But he knows how to orchestrate victories, because it was a game when they played Texas. I thought that when he was a quarterback, I thought they was going to get their ass whooped, and he bought them back. I mean, he bought them back clean, right? He gets to Carolina. Your best receiver is Adam Thielen. Who's the running back is Jonathan Brooks, right? But he's going to be the running back, but he's not even healthy. He's not even off an ACL injury from college. Your offensive line sucks. Your defense sucks, right? But so you have a quarterback, right? You have a quarterback that has a lot of things that he's had before. And we all know that when you come from a great college program and you're a winner, right? You're probably going to get drafted to the worst team. Like, this is the absolute worst, though. You put CJ Stroud in Carolina, it's the same shit.
But on the flip side, if you put Bryce Young in Houston, in San Francisco, running back, coach, offensive line, defense, and a tight end, everything Cam said that he had,
right?
Bryce don't have that.
That's true.
But
right.
Purdy got it. I don't think Purdy is better than Bryce Young.
Hell no. You put Purdy in Carolina, it's worse.
Yeah, he's gonna die back there.
It's worse. But now what you've done, and so Dan Canales is supposed to be the quarterback guru, right? So what the general manager and ownership have done have cut the legs out of the head coach, and they've also destroyed the confidence of the quarterback. So you just ruined your draft pick that you gave all these picks away for. So you just messed up your whole franchise. You don't have a first-round pick this year for Bryce Young. Not last year, not this year either for Bryce Young.
They thought it was a great idea to trade away who would have been his number one target to get him. That's like selling your car for gas money.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I always thought that Jerry was the worst owner in the NFL. I really thought that until I started really investigating this story. That dude got them beat.
Jeez.
So I'm gonna do with this. So do you think this impacts his confidence? So do you think he understands who he is as a young player, just to stay stripped, make sure he does what he's supposed to do? Or you think his confidence just got shaken up because his team doesn't trust him?
It's hard not to be a number one pick and they get benched, knowing that you don't have the pieces around you to be successful. Like, it hurts. I know it does. And Bryce, like Corey said, Bryce he was a 5-star recruit. He was made to play the quarterback position since a young kid. We saw what he did in Alabama. He's a quarterback. He's never been in the position to be benched. And I don't think he should have been in this position to be benched in the first place. Like, you mortgage your future for a guy and you bench him when you haven't done anything to help him be successful. Like, it's just ridiculous. And it makes the organization just look stupid because, like, everybody sees it. It's not like Did they not know that they don't have a defense? They don't have weapons. They don't have a solid offensive line, and they got a barely 6 foot quarterback. Like they did this. Like y'all can't be mad at him because of what y'all did. Like,
and then, man, if I'm Bryce Young, I'm coming in the locker room every single day with a white T-shirt with big black bold print, trade me.
Yeah, like,
exclamation point.
Get him out of there. Like I think, to answer your question, Britt, I think that he definitely feels like, you know, y'all don't want me here. I can go somewhere else and be better. So to Corey's point, like,
yes,
and even Mel's point, if you put a Brock Purdy, I mean, in Carolina, he's dead. You put Bryce Young in San Francisco, maybe they finally get over the hump. Maybe he's the difference maker. Maybe he's the guy that could possibly get them to that Super Bowl win that they've been, you know, desperately missing all these past 5 years.
If I'm Bryce Young, I'm telling them, put me in Vegas, baby. Put me in Vegas.
I think for me, what is Carolina's goal in this situation? Like, what are they trying to do? Because you know you're not winning. So
what the hell you trying to do? What the hell you trying to do with Andy Dalton?
They hustling backwards, Britne. They trying to dig themselves out of a hole that they dug themselves in by trading the picks for Bryce Young.
But at that point, it's too late. So it's now just build the young core up together. Whoever, I think they got the nice young receiver, but he's still young. What's his name? Leggett or something like that. Whatever his name is.
Haven't even seen him catch a pass yet.
His name is Xavier Leggett.
Yeah, he talks just like that. Ain't seen him catch not one damn pass yet. I ain't even seen Mingo from last year catch nothing.
I just feel like if you have an opportunity to do something this year, then you start at Andy Dalton. You garbage. You're hot garbage. So there's no reason why Bryce Young can't continue to play and continue to develop and learn. First of all, the organization to me is just not good, as Corey said. I kind of feel like this is kind of like a Chicago Bears Justin Fields situation all over again, but it might be worse.
Yeah.
I think it's worse because like you're not giving him what he needs in order to succeed. And I'm not sure how good the coaching staff is, period, because that's important as well.
Dan Canales is supposed to be the quarterback guru, but if you don't give him but 2 weeks to do something with him,
guruing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this dude came out and supported his quarterback 100%, and then the next day benched him. That's not him.
That's not
him. That's the
owner told him
upper
that.
management.
Yeah, the owner told him to bench him. And
So
I
it
don't
sounds
know.
like
Go ahead.
Now, it sounds like the ownership may be having some regrets.
That's what it sounds like. Or it's either that or the owner is saying, "I want to protect my investment." His head is gone. Get him, pull him out. You know what I mean? Let him watch, let him learn. Because according to Tom Brady, he said that's what they're supposed to be doing anyway. Like he did, come in, sit back, learn from Belichick, learn from Drew Bledsoe, and just watch. And then on top of that, 4 years of college at Michigan, you working on being under the center, you working in the pro style offense, you working on drop backs, you got all that timing down. Like these quarterbacks are coming in and ain't getting under the center. They almost their whole career. Like Jalen Hurts really rarely does any work under the center. He's always in shotgun, right? And I don't understand why you bring a player in and just automatically put him in shotgun, and they never develop how to work under center.
It used to be. Go ahead, Britt. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, Corey, you could probably go into a little bit more detail than this versus me, but I think that happens also due to I was watching when Jalen Hurts first started his very first game under Doug Peterson versus when Nick Sirianni got in. Under Doug Peterson, he was under center. He was doing things that he should be doing now. So I'm just thinking like coaching to me has a major impact on these players, whether we agree, whether we like it or don't like it. Because I can't stand how he's being coached right now. He doesn't go to the check downs. His first game, he was going to looking at his check downs, looking at his hot reads. He doesn't do that. And it's frustrating. Go ahead, Corey.
Well, so you're absolutely right. And it's so I listened to this guy on the radio station I listened to here. He was like, back when I was playing football, it was my first time going in the shotgun when I got to the NFL. Everything was under center, right? And so the game has changed, right? It has evolved, right? So, and that's fine. But my whole thing is this. If you have a quarterback that has lost confidence, right? What do I need to do to give him the confidence back. I need to throw short passes. I need to move the pocket. I need to make easy stuff to build my confidence. Then we start working on intermediate things. Who cares if we lose? We probably gonna lose anyway because our team sucks. But we're gonna get you some completions. We're gonna get your percentage up. We're gonna give you a little bit of confidence, and then we're gonna work on the team. You can have Ferraris, Cadillacs, Bugattis, and all this stuff that's around you. If you don't have no Mack trucks on your lines in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you do. Bryce Young is under duress all the time, but then you want him to stand in the pocket and be a pocket quarterback. That's crazy.
That's not him.
At 6 feet tall.
That's crazy. It's
crazy. That's not. He's not that type of quarterback. I got a question. I don't know if somebody wants to read that super chat because I can't.
Yeah, I
read
get to it. Shout out.
Yeah,
shout out the use of tour retirement campaign. Miss y'all. Love the new additions to the show. Yeah, you've been gone for a long time, Yusuf. Yeah. Thanks for the super chat.
All right. So pertaining to this, is there a higher expectation for young Black quarterbacks compared to white or other non-Black quarterbacks?
I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you this. And I saw that in the chat down on the bottom. I saw where it said something about Black quarterbacks, and they always bring up their money. I'm gonna point this out one time. Justin Herbert got paid before all of them did, and he got paid $55 million a year. And you ain't heard nothing. Trevor Lawrence got paid $55 million a year. You didn't hear nothing. Dak is better than both of them quarterbacks. $5 million better. He got 60. What if it's the only thing that you heard is about Dak Prescott making $60 million?
Well, he played for Dallas though.
Exactly. He does play for Dallas. We know trenches. We know they got one side of the trench fixed. That other side of the trench is not fixed. Mm-hmm. And if you can't stop the run, you can't do shit. I mean, it's true, right? It's true. We've seen that in 2 home games in a row with the Dallas Cowboys. 2 in a row where you've been blown up in the trenches. I know I got some balloons earlier too. It kind of tripped me out.
Yeah.
But
I was like,
it kind of tripped me out. But
Chris, I mean,
what did you say for him to come up? You didn't say nothing about no party, did you?
Party.
I don't something. I think it's something with
balloons. I don't know what I said.
I think he held up 2 fingers or something. I don't know.
2 times. I don't know what I did.
But
anyway, so
did he? Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. You Chris, wow.
I thought
but Britne, that is a true statement. It's like it's almost like a high, like, okay, it's like, okay, let's show me that you can play quarterback. Now it's like all of a sudden that gets paid $60 million. He has to win a Super Bowl. The expectations are the same. Expectation was win the Super Bowl all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's been the expectation. That's everybody's expectation when the season starts, right? It is. But like, just to get back on topic though, with Bryce Young, right? You have completely destroyed this kid's confidence. Right? Completely. It's gone. What can you do to fix it? I'm going to tell you what you can do. If you have him like offensive coordinator, like you right by my side, you got a headphone, you got a headset on, you right by my side, and it's just a learning situation, and then we put you back in, that's fine, right? But if he's sitting back on the bench the whole time, just with the clipboard in his hand or the iPad in his hand, just watching plays over there, just talking to Andy Dalton, then they feel like they've made a mistake. If they feel that way, right? There's so many teams right now that are just missing a quarterback. Trade me. Give me an opportunity. He better than Gardner Minshew. I know that, right? Trade me. Just get rid of me. Like if you feel, I bet you Miami would pay a good penny to have him right now.
Ooh, might be on to something there.
Just saying.
Might be on to something.
Just saying. Because they can run. They definitely got receivers, and he's really good with intermediate and deep passes.
Yeah.
Send me to Miami. Let's see how good. Let's see how bad I am then.
So if you flip flop, let's say you flip flop Justin Fields, you put Justin Fields in LA Chargers, and then you put Justin Herbert over with Chicago. Does Justin Herbert get the same treatment as Justin Fields would?
Hell no.
Justin Herbert should be getting that treatment now.
He don't get it though.
He should be.
He should be getting that treatment now. Like, when are we going? Like, I don't like the fact that it looks like that. But the names that you just named, the Trevor Lawrences, you know, the Justin Herberts, the guys who haven't shown anything past what they are. But why do I only hear about Dak and Jalen Hurts regressions? Like they're not getting better. You know what I'm saying? Are these dudes getting better? I just want to know. Like I'm looking at it and I'm saying like these dudes ain't really getting better. They got paid, they got them contracts, they were staples as they franchise quarterback. Okay, this is our guy. All of those guys. So when I just think that. Like, what are y'all? What are you trying to accomplish? Like Corey said, if it's to sit him down for a second, let him learn a couple, because I mean, the future ain't Andy Dalton's. We all know that. He's a career backup. That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? So, especially now in his career, like, so what is your goal?
Last year though?
Exactly.
Like last year, not this year.
If you're going to do it the first year. Give him a year. Give him the first year to sit behind whoever you got, but don't throw him out there. Don't give him anything and say, okay, now we're going to sit you down, because this type of stuff is going to happen. It's a conversation now. Not everybody saying it's Bryce Young a bust. And y'all did this. Y'all did this. This is nobody else's fault but y'all own. But, yeah, I think that the treatment is definitely kind of one-sided when it comes to certain type of quarterbacks. And I think that's whack, honestly. I think it's trash.
World Breaker, they play the Raiders next. I don't think they can beat the Raiders. That looks like a Max Crosby fun show.
Yeah, he really wanted us to answer that question. He put it in there 3 times. He said, "What's gonna be the story if the Panthers win?" Hey, look, man. Some people are better suited to drive certain vehicles, man. And the type of vehicle that Bryce Young needs to drive needs to be a well-oiled machine. Some people can drive buckets, but some people just built for, like Bryce Young. You get him small stature, but like Corey said, he's a prodigy. He can throw the ball, all that good stuff, man. But you need to surround him with stuff, and he's already at a disadvantage with his size and height. You got to protect him. But if you get Andy Dalton in there, who's an experienced vet, he probably can drive a bucket a little bit better than what Bryce can drive it. But I guarantee you, if they both had luxury, Bryce will make it look better.
Agreed.
Of course.
You put Bryce in Houston. They're winning. They're winning. We're having the same conversation about CJ Stroud. We having that conversation about Bryce Young. You see what I'm saying? You put CJ Stroud in Carolina. He's just another bust Ohio State quarterback. That's all he is.
Mm-hmm. Mel, you went past a comment I wanted to read because that was crazy.
That one?
The one before that. No, the one before that. It was something about black QBs and white don't eat or something like that.
Whoa, I missed that one. Did I put it on screen?
Yeah, you did.
Oh man, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I seen not this one, right?
Nope, it was after that one.
This one right
here.
There it is. I can't. Was it Slim Nicholas way? We really need to accept the harsh reality that we as African Americans have together be way better. No ifs, ands, or buts. White don't eat white. Is that a pause?
Yeesh.
That's kind of crazy.
That Corey Zoe, that's Slim.
Oh, what up, Slim?
What's good, Slim?
Yeah.
I mean, black quarterbacks used to be an anomaly, right? And yeah, how many did you have starting this year? First season, like first week of the season, like 15, something like that.
It was like 13 or 15 or something like that.
Crazy number, right? Crazy number. But I think it's just the situation that Bryce Young is in, man, is so terrible. It's horrible. Name one their best wide receiver is a 35-year-old dude. That's their best wide receiver.
World Breaker. No.
No.
That's not who that is.
No. Louisiana Slim.
Mm-hmm.
That's their best receiver. Their offensive line is terrible. Their running back is Zach Charbonnet. Ain't that their running back? I think so.
So was Miles Sanders. What happened to Miles Sanders?
He might be there too. I don't know. I mean, we asking all these questions. Who's their tight end? Who's their tight end?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Who's their best defensive lineman?
Derrick Brown.
They traded Brian Burns, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Derrick Brown.
I don't know. Lineman. I don't know.
Who's their best corner?
The kid they drafted last year.
The kid that got burnt a couple of times, JC Horn.
JC Horn, right? Okay,
He's
okay,
still
right.
there. He is still there. Okay.
Okay, he's still there. Okay, who's their best? Who's the safety?
Sheesh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a no-name squad, and then Bryce Young gonna lead us at 5'10", 135 pounds. Get out of town.
With Adam Thielen is his number one.
With Adam Thielen as your number one receiver.
Trevor Lawrence on his team, does he get paid $200 and something million if he's on his team?
No, but nobody's going to get paid on this team. Like nobody, you come there to die right now. You go you go there to die right now. Like,
yeah, Jerry Jones doing way better than Tepper.
You ain't lying.
Way better.
He is. He is.
Bring me back Jerry Richardson.
I mean,
and I do think that, me personally, I do think that there is a higher expectation. If you look like a Bryce Young or a Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott, or I go on and on and on. If you're not playing like a Patrick Mahomes, then you're just not that good. You may have gotten overpaid, overvalued, so forth, regardless of what the market is saying. Because again, we've seen, and the one quarterback I just don't want to mention because I think everybody knows he's just terrible. That's Daniel Jones. So we're not even going to put him in the conversation. But we have seen Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. I keep going down the list, have done nothing.
Britne, what did you say about Daniel Jones? He's terrible, right? He got paid too.
Another one that got
I know he got paid.
And they chose him over Saquon.
And that, I think he got paid because they made the mistake and thought it was him and not Saquon. But
crazy mistake to make. That is insane.
That's wild. Just promise you'll look at us though in free agency.
That's crazy.
I mean, look how Trey Lance is being treated. So
Trey Lance,
wait. What you got to say, Phil?
I still think Trey Lance over Daniel Jones. I was thinking Trey Lance.
I don't know.
It's close. But I'm
funny,
taking
they
Trey
might be
Lance
the same quarterback.
Daniel Jones.
they might be.
Seriously, it's a coin flip for sure.
I just feel like, I don't know. I just don't like, I'm not trying to change the topic, but I really don't know what Trey Lance could have really brought to us because he got hurt when he was with San Francisco. And then they put Brock Purdy in. Isn't that how that went? Apparently they say he didn't beat Brock Purdy out in the offseason. So, and he got traded. So I don't know. But I don't see Daniel Jones beating me out in the offseason. And I never played quarterback.
Pause.
In line.
I don't see him beating you out either, Britne, just to be honest. But
that is a pause moment. You know
I think. So
I set myself up for that one. Woo!
I know you did. But just to put a bow on it, though, your question, is there a higher expectation? I think it looks like it's a higher expectation, but I think what it actually is a shorter leash for black quarterbacks.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
It's just like with black coaches. We're going to put you out there and see if we can catch lightning in the bottle. And if we don't, we're yanking you. Right? Because we know if we put you out there and you are spectacular, you could be Cam Newton or you can be Lamar Jackson or you could be Russell Wilson. But if you're not, we're done with you really quick and we'll find somebody that is a prototypical, more, what they call prototypical quarterback that, that his arm strength is his greatest attribute.
I don't disagree with you, right? But Bryce Young, his leash was really short, man. Like week 2.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, damn, you didn't even give him half a season.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying?
Britne, you want the phone lines up at the end of the after we do all this, or you? Because if we open up after each segment, what you want to do?
It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
Let's do it at the end because it's gonna take a while. Hold on, we're gonna open it up so you could talk to us after. We got 2 more segments in this, and then we're gonna open it up for you. All right, let's get to the next one. And actually, I kind of wish Jay and E was here for this one in more particular, but. In the new show, Samuel Debo has a new show, I guess, on podcast. I don't even know what the name of his show is, to be honest with you guys. I think it's a part of Bleacher Report or something like that. But he made a comment that he felt like the 49ers have been the best football team in the last so many years. I do believe we have a sound bite for this. It's real quick.
What is the mentality coming off of last year into this season? Was there any type of change from last year to this year?
If I'm looking at it like you just said, for as hungry, I'm full at this point. Like I'm full at this point. Like, I mean, it's time to really clean the plate. Like, it's either now or never. Like,
Right.
That's how I kind of look at it. Like with the guys that we have, like we done, like I've been a part of, the best team in the NFL for the past going on 6 years.
Yeah.
And so like we always there. Like we got to get it done.
It's all or nothing. Do you share the same sentiment?
Just figure out how to be better when that time comes.
What did you learn? Ayuk, I'm going to start with you. What did you learn about this team the way that last season ended?
Me personally, I felt like we had one of the greatest football teams to ever be assembled. Personally, that's how I feel. So I see it every day. We know what we have to do. We know what it looks like. There's only one thing left to do. So it's really just focusing on that.
I'm gonna just keep this simple. We're gonna keep this simple. I don't have a whole bunch of words to say. Y'all agree with this or not?
The last 6 years. The last 6 years.
Okay, what is okay? If they have they won a ring with the team? So it might not have been the best team. That's just my suggestion.
So Zoe, let me try to ask you something else.
All right.
Does the best team, does that equate to talents or wins?
I think when in the sense that he's talking, I think he meant talent. They got, they do have great talent. They got great talent. I think the one talent question mark, because Debo, he's what he is. I think Ayuk is probably the most complete receiver. I think Debo is a utility guy. You got Kittle, even the Trent Williams. They have the talented pieces to make things happen. So I think that's the context he was speaking of. But I think that if you're going to say that, you have to, back that up with wins. I mean, Buffalo in the 90s was one of the most, talented teams. They were going back to losing over and over and over again, but they still never won. So at the end of the day, I think he was talking about talent. But I think if you're going to say that out loud, and I like the confidence, then you probably need to have some hardware to show for that. And they don't have that. So until they do it, they're just talking.
Their biggest weakness has been quarterback.
Exactly. I didn't name him.
That's been their biggest weakness. Garoppolo, Purdy. I mean, it's been their weakness.
You know what, Corey? I'm happy somebody finally said that, because if I can recall, the Chiefs players last year, they came out and said when we played the Eagles 2 years ago, we did not want to have Jalen Hurts get that ball. That's during that last drive. We wanted to make sure he did not get that ball back in his hands, because we felt like if he would have got it, they would have went down and scored. Last year, they said the one thing that we wanted to make sure that San Francisco did was throw the football. We wanted Brock Purdy to throw that football and take it away from CMC.
It is exactly what because the New Orleans Saints offensive coordinator now was the running game coordinator in San Francisco. Right? It's the exact same offense now. And all it does is it's predicated on running the football. It's smash mouth football, playing off play action passes. That's what they do. And you see exactly. And you see the same crossing routes like you see in San Francisco. Remember, I told y'all not too long ago, every pass you see Purdy complete is across the middle. It's never outside, right? It's never outside. He can't do that, right? Well, now, because Debo's hurt, right?
Yep.
McCaffrey's out for 4 weeks. Pearsall he ain't coming back to probably week 6 or week 8. You know what I'm saying? Because now Brock and then Kittle is doubtful. Now Brock Purdy has to win football games, and watch what happens.
He about to look very. It's gonna be very interesting, man. The thing with 49ers though is, like you said, Corey, their foundation is solid, right? They got a great defense. Right, the pass rush is there, the linebackers are there, the scheme is there. So they built their team with that. They got a good O-line, and they got a good philosophy with their West Coast offense, right? So the foundation of the house is great, and then they started to build the walls, and those walls are built out of paper. CMC gets hurt, Shanahan fumbles under the pressure, Debo gets hurt. Purdy ain't him, right? And I'm trying to think like, dang, all the walls on this great foundation they got are not solid enough to hold the house up for too long, man. So yeah, they look great, but I mean they just happen to not be one of the three little pigs that built it out of brick. They might have built it out of straw.
It's Purdy. Go ahead, Corey.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, think about this, right? Let's just take, for example, let's take Bryce Young. You put him in San Francisco, like you said, Mel, and watch what happens. It's dynamic. It is, because Purdy does nothing dynamic. He is consistent, right? He'll complete some passes for you. He's a really good 180 quarterback, which means he turns around and hands the ball off really, really well, right? Probably the second or third best in the NFL. That's what he does. That works for them. That offense is predicated on that, on running the football and getting you off balance, making you stack the line of scrimmage. They'll hit you with play action, and then they throw the ball, you back up, and they continue to run the football. And it's a great game plan, and nobody seems to be able to stop it up until you play somebody that's as good a chess player as you are, and then they crumble.
They adapt. Yeah.
Yep.
Is Purdy? So Purdy's next to get paid. Is he worth $60 million a year?
Come on, man.
He's next in line.
He gonna get it. Watch
65. Listen, every quarterback that happens to be on a good team, I guess, is worth it. And every quarterback's got to root for Purdy because he go push the money up further and further, which is what they're supposed to do. So, for the quarterback's sake, you got to say yeah.
Yeah.
But if we just talking amongst ourselves, ain't no way, man. He better than Daniel Jones, but it'll be a disaster if you give him that money, because that means somebody else ain't gonna get paid.
It's true.
Daniel Jones should not be a standard. He just should not be. I'm better than Daniel Jones in all aspects of life.
Yeah,
he got paid though.
He sure enough did.
And unspoken reasons. Is that who that was that said that? Yeah, I saw Arch Manning's new campaign. Yeah, but I mean, it's just for one start. I mean, Quinn Ewers is still picked to win the Heisman Trophy. And they play North. I think Texas played like Louisiana Tech this week or somebody. Arch Manning gonna have a hell of a game. It's gonna be great.
Real quick, so
real quick, no Diddy right here. That boy said, "But fuck Mahomes."
I ain't got no comments on that one. I'm sorry.
And the reason was weird too, because he put ketchup on steak. That's why you want to do that.
I have no comments on that one whatsoever.
Wow.
That's wild. That's pretty crazy. Like that's what make you want to do that. I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know. I agree with the one person who said the one comment. Once they pay Purdy $60 million, and this is going to be his opportunity to really show us who he truly is. Because he, like Corey said, he's missing a lot of top of the most talented players on his team. He's missing basically all of them. It feels like on the offensive side of the ball, it's going to be him, Trent, and Brandon Ayuk. That's it.
Is it?
Is he going to be worth it? Because their Super Bowl window is closing fast. Because once you pay him, now you can't either pay a player or you're going to have to trade another player. So in their cap space, I understand they got they probably decreased, but they had about $50-something million this year. That quickly started to decrease when they just paid Ayuk, Trent Williams. I think Debo got a better bonus, so that might have won against this cap versus next year's. So next year you got to now pay Purdy. Can you re-up Fred Warner? Can you re-up? And Fred Warner is a big piece.
That's the one. That's the one you can't do without.
You can't lose him. You can't lose.
Right. Can't lose him.
You can't lose him.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna do what Harbaugh tried to do with Keenan Allen and ask him to take a discount. They go ask somebody to take a discount so Purdy can get paid.
And I'm gonna ask them to take me to the airport.
For sure.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
take me to the airport. Please get me up out of here.
For sure.
They definitely gonna have to get younger, but no, I'm with you guys. They have a lot of talent. I just don't think they were the best team. You know, I'm not even sure they had the best talent in certain positions. But to me, the best team is the one that wins at the end of the year. And although they may have not as much talent, the Chiefs, they just work. They're just like a well-oiled machine right now.
Andy
They
Reid,
work
baby.
very well. Yes. I think he's the key to all of that, in my opinion.
Sure.
All right, y'all. One more topic before we open up these phones, because I know we got some people in the comments saying open the phones, and we're going to open them up. I know they are ready. Last one. This might be my favorite one because Corey is here, of course. Not to knock nobody else, of course. Y'all know what y'all talking about. But it has been a lot of conversation about the too high safety defensive look and how it's impacting the explosive plays on the offensive side of the ball. Mel I can't even say this daggone name. Mel Kiper. There we go. Mel Kiper. Kiper. Is it Kiper?
Yeah, Mel Kiper Jr.
Man, whatever. Mel, the older one, the oldest one. No, we got a sound bite of him talking about him potentially want to outlaw the too high safety.
I actually got two, Britne. So after I play Males, it's going to be Nightcap with Ocho and Shannon right after that.
Right. I think they talking
should be
about
outlawed. Too high safeties. You don't like that? Yeah. When you go to games. Yeah. I've been there a ton of Raven games. Yeah. And it was years ago when this all started. And I'm sitting there and Lauren was with me. I said, what are these guys doing? They're like 30 yards off the back. Yeah. I go, where are they? They're out in outer space somewhere. How you gonna throw a ball down the field? Yeah, so you can't. Again, I would say we say where you have to line up. I would put a rule in place that brings those safeties up closer to the line of script. I would outlaw that. Because that is ruining the game. The things we saw back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we're not going to see now. The routes that we were working on then, you can't run because you got that going on. That should be outlawed.
Mel Kiper had a hell of a take this morning on how to insert more downfield passing back into professional game. The NFL is being ruined by these too high safeties. Too high safeties should be outlawed.
What is Mel talking about, man? This is what happened when somebody has been in the position that they never played the game, but has studied the game and knows a lot about the players coming out of college and knows the ins and the outs and all the little nuances, and then he talks good during the draft. Now you're saying something needs to be outlawed. For what? For what? How about you realize that the goddamn offensive line play is fucking horrible this season? That's why the goddamn pass is horrible. Look at the left tackles. Look at the right tackles in today's game. Look at it. Pay attention. You'll see why the goddamn numbers are down. It has nothing to do with goddamn cover two-man, none of that shit, or two safety looks. Like, goddamn, Mel, shit.
I mean, so in other words, he want the touchdown rate to keep going up. I mean, he ain't gonna be satisfied till you got 5 quarterbacks throwing for 50 touchdowns in the season. Guess what? When Dan Marino threw for 48 touchdowns, they played cover 2. When Peyton Manning threw for 55, they played cover 2. When Tom played throw for 50, they played cover 2. When Patrick Mahomes threw for 50, they played cover 2. Marino threw for 48 and 5,000 yards back in the 80s, they played cover 2.
It's just ridiculous. And matter of fact, how about this? If you're gonna take out the too high safety, right? You got corners having to play man-to-man with some of these elite receivers not having no goddamn help. They need to motherfucking raise the goddamn pay for the DBs in. Let the DBs the DBs make sure the DBs making $30 million a year if they got to cover these fools, Tyreek and Xavier Worthy and Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed and all these fast dudes one-on-one for help.
Ocho, I'm gonna make it even. I'm gonna make it easy for him. If no more cover 2, you can't have a wide receiver on the field that runs 4.3 or faster.
Hey, as a
hey,
so
fair is fair.
Because I don't know if everybody knows what, I guess, the too high safeties, their responsibilities. You guys might be explaining a little bit better than me, but my understanding real quick is you got 2 safeties, and they basically you split the field into 2, and that's their responsibility. So that's basically what it is.
That's it. That's exactly.
But
don't let nobody behind you.
Don't let nobody.
Right, and that's what helps to prevent the explosive plays. But are you guys more in line with Mel, the oldest Mel Kiper, or are you in line with Chad and Big Papa said.
Play football. Play football. I mean, yeah, play football. That's crazy. You know, in NBA, trying to take the big man out of the paint with the defensive three in the key was supposed to say, okay, this is going to help us get more points. And what Mel Kiper is saying, oh man, let's prevent the too high safety and let's give them a what they call a marker embarkation where they have to be at. They can't be too far back. That way, it'll be a little bit easier for those receivers to get downfield and make some type of exciting play, like a Moss situation.
Mel, I'm gonna tell you how you could defeat that right now, right? Let's say 15 yards past the line of scrimmage, safety can't go 15 yards past the line of scrimmage, right? Well, if I'm the safety, I'm lining up at 10.
Of course.
And as soon right before the ball is snapped, I'm backpedaling.
And then by the time,
and then as soon as the ball is snapped, I'm 25 yards back because I'm in a dead sprint to get back deep.
Yeah, like I don't even understand. Like this is stupid. Okay, and I think that Ocho hit it on like if you've never played football, you might not understand. Now he studies a lot of the players. He's Mel Kiper. He's the guy who does the draft. You know, he studies a lot of those guys.
He get that shit wrong too, Zo.
Exactly, he gets it wrong there too. So I mean, we got his documented too. So I mean, he can't even say that, but they bring him on every year with his stupid hair. But so you know, this is irritating because like Mel said, this is football. Cover 2 has been a part of the league since I've ever known anything about football. You can't just take something away because it's doing its job. It's made right. Don't allow explosive plays, down the field plays, because there'll always be 2 safeties back there. So you have to, you know, stick to the dink and dunk, that West Coast offense, intermediate stuff, and then hope that they cheat up, you know, put 8 in the box and then try to take the top off. But people don't understand that this is what it's always been.
Lamar beat
Brady
me to
won
it.
rings off of that.
He won rings doing that. So like
rings, just dinking and dunking.
Lamar beat me to it.
What he said, if you want to beat 2, that's fact.
Run the damn ball.
Force them to put 8 in the box, and then you won't have to worry about that.
Precisely. Because I mean, there's so many different ways to beat it, though.
So more important than you know, breaking down, you know, the whole thing that's got me tripping out is the reason why he want it done.
Because the touchdown rates are down.
He's taking the David Stern approach from NBA. I want more points.
More points.
I want more people to look like Randy Moss. And then now Randy Moss not special no more. He's not a freak because everybody can do that because we changed the rules to make everybody look like they Moss and everybody. Like Moss was beating whatever coverage he was doing. He was beating cover 2s.
He was beating cover 2s. Beating cover 2s, catching the ball.
And then he'll 6'4" freak that even if it's a jump ball, he's going to go get it.
Yeah.
So that's what made Moss a freak. But now changing the rule turns Xavier Worthy into Moss.
Yes.
And then you got in the NFL what we got in the NBA now: no defense, more points.
Like the hand check rule.
Stupid.
Like to me, it's like you're taking the essence out of the game, right? Like it's. We always say you win championships off of what?
Defense.
So it's just what are we doing? Defense is an important piece to a game. It helps football become football, helps basketball become basketball. If you don't want that, just might as well just pull the defense right off the field and just have the offense just play by themselves. Because you already have a bunch of rule changes that you done made in favor of the offense. How many more rule changes do they need to be successful? Like
preach, girl.
Really
preach,
annoying.
girl.
You cooking.
Preach.
It's getting annoying, and true football fans, because again, this is the same thing that we're talking about with NBA, the WNBA. Like you want to try to bring in these hold on, let me not say this. Let me say this the right way. let me say this the right way. But you want to bring in these less knowledgeable sports fan just because oh wow, he threw it 80 yards to show off how strong somebody's arm is. I don't care how strong your arm is. Can you play the game? Can you read defense like you're supposed to? So it's not supposed to be easy. This is the highest competition level in football. Same thing with basketball. It's not supposed to be easy. Earn your dollars. Why we just get? It's like we might as well just give out participation checks. That's what we're doing. We're giving out participation checks.
Yeah,
This is what happened.
y'all remember how exciting it was to watch no big plays in that Ravens Pittsburgh rivalry?
Yeah, I went to sleep.
Right.
This is what happens when you let analytics take over sports.
That's another
Correct.
thing. That's another thing.
So there's so many different ways you can be the cover two, man. Like if you take, let's say you're playing 3 wide, right? And you just take your slot receiver and run him deep. That safety has to respect that. And you cross everything, underneath him. He's got to make a decision, right? Well, eventually he's gonna scoot up and you're gonna get that deep shot anyway. That's just how you beat it, right?
Like, acting like teams ain't been beat. Like we gotta ban it because somebody was successful and the touchdown rates are down.
Yeah, man.
Like that's the stupidest thing ever. Like something that has been beat before. And and Britne made a great point. It's always to benefit the offense. Most rule changes. It's always been to make more points happen. Like, even when how rare is offensive pass interference? You know what I'm saying? It's super rare that they even call that. Most of the time it's going to get called on defense. It's designed for the offense to win anyway. So if you stopping it, you playing good defense. That's all that is. Like
I think I read Zoe where it says 70% of all offensive pass interference come off pick plays. So it's always a pick.
It's always
that happens. And that's how you get off. That's how you get offensive pass interference these days.
For sure.
Trying to satisfy them NARPs, non-athletic regular person.
NARP. With bad hair, right, Zoe?
Man, that dude hair looks crazy. He he should be on Star Trek or something. Like, why you got
So
that?
if this is a situation that continues to I guess occur, like the debate of whether to outlaw the 2 high safeties or not outlaw the 2 high safeties, and we understand how one of the ways to beat it is the running back position, run the ball. If that continues in the future, will that then adjust the running back's value in the future and impact their market?
Yes, the game always changes, man. It changes all the time. It's been cool to pass the ball for 5 years. It's time to run the ball again. It changes
5
all the time.
More like
about 10, Corey.
But if I listen, 5 years ago, you had Adrian Peterson. That was a stalemate back. You had running backs that stayed around for a long time and they ran the ball for a long time.
But yeah,
you don't have that anymore. Now it's running back by committee. But it's starting to go back to running the football. That's what it's starting. The running back is cool again.
I'm happy.
Even when Peyton Manning was throwing for all them yards, Adrian James was in the backfield, and they had that stretch play.
You never
once again under center, not shotgun, under center, right? Because that stretch play don't really you don't really get that play action option from the shotgun really. So under center, that stretch play where we didn't know if he was gonna hand it off or he was gonna keep it in play action, and it was deadly. So it wasn't like he was just Peyton Manning was like, "Hey, I'm passing for 4 downs. I'm in the shotgun, and that's it. The only time my running back get the ball is I do a little read option and then I pull it back." Nah.
Think about this though, Mill. The reason the Shanahan system is so successful is because that's all they do.
That's all they do, and
it's the same shit. They just went back to a '90s offense, and it's successful.
It's zone blocking. It's so simple. It's really
all it is.
It's zone blocking scheme, and the running back gets to choose the hole, and they're gonna keep doing that until you cheat up, and then they're gonna dink and
hit
dunk
you with a play action.
They're gonna hit you with some play action. It's the same thing. Like I can't even believe that he's on ESPN saying stuff like this. I think that it's a clickbait. I almost believe that he meant to do this to gain the attention that. Because I'm like, what are you talking about? We should.
He too old school to actually believe that.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Like, he's not a young guy. You can't possibly believe that this needs to be outlawed because they're 20 yards down the field because they know a pass is coming and they're trying to prevent it.
Yeah, it's
crazy. You on mute, Corey?
I can't hear you, Corey.
You on mute.
Hell yeah, that's J.K. Dobbins' team. That ain't what's his name, Justin Herbert's team no more. That's J.K.'s team.
I got him in fantasy.
A lot of running backs have been killing it all of a sudden.
That was
just to further support what you were saying, Zoe, right? The running back. Okay, let's just take for example your team, Bijan Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
He changes the whole dynamic of your football team.
100%.
He changes it.
He's
right?
Going to be the reason that Drake London may be 1,000-yard receiver this year because
precisely
so much attention. Like Bijan is different, bro.
He is. Yes,
he wanted to.
So So think about it. Even we can even go with the Chargers with J.K. Dobbins. He got bad knees, right? But they don't look that bad this year. I tell you that.
He don't want to got some monkey ligaments in his knee. Like them things look rejuvenated.
For real. So
vibranium.
might be. It might be. But if you take these successful offenses, now Harbaugh's went in there and made it just a power football team, right? That's what they've done. This is successful. And all it does is bring your safeties up, right? You can't play 15, 20 yards down the field because you back there one-on-one with a running back and you're not finna make that tackle every time. So you got to play about a line of scrimmage where you got help and you close some holes. And then I can just burn you down the field with a deep pass for a touchdown and you're going to back up and I'm going to continue to run the football. It's just simple football. That's all it is, man.
See, this coming right here, a NARP.
That's wild.
That's a NARP.
What is they made only man-to-man?
Man-on-man defense in the NFL. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be kind of nasty.
I tell you, a NARP. They imagine throwing a flag because somebody in zone. He wasn't guard. He wasn't guarding nobody. He wasn't within 5 feet of somebody.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So I mean,
that's a NARP, man.
So we telling. So are we going back to telling people, because for a long time, running backs out of college, they were being told move to the receiver based off this so-called, I guess this is a new trend, although it's been around forever. Are we saying it's okay to be running backs because they're going to probably get paid soon?
Britt, I think a lot of running backs, they move them to linebacker. Because they tough. You know what I'm saying? And they used to contact. They used to contact. Right? You have dynamic running backs now like Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. You could put them in slot receiver and they'd be just as successful as they are as a running back, right? Do you have players like that? But I think you'll go back to seeing like bigger running backs here in the near future. I think so. Just strictly because how the game is being played right now.
Might be getting paid.
Yeah.
All right,
they need it. They deserve it.
So I think before we move, right? I think one of the best things that the NFL could do if you're gonna make a rule change is make a salary cap for quarterbacks, and then the rest of your team's salary cap is something different. I've heard that a few times, and I don't think that's a bad idea.
But question with that: do you lower? So you have your quarterbacks salary cap. Do you then lower the team salary cap?
No, I think every salary cap, like the quarterbacks, $70 million. So if you got a $60 million quarterback, you got $10 million to spend on 2 more quarterbacks. That's what you got.
Okay. So then what's on the other side?
Off gonna be
salary
crazy.
Cap, I guess.
Started to back up.
You take that.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you kind of.
What you do is let's say what's the salary cap right now? Like I can't remember what it is, like 200 something million for a team, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like you cap it at 250, but the quarterbacks are in their own bracket. That would make the game more competitive because your team could get better players that way.
I mean, if you to make it fair, you got to do that for every position then. And then if you go say 60 mil or 70 mil for the quarterback and your $60 million quarterback, you only got 10 million for your backup and if you're a third string, if you got one, right? Do the same thing for running back.
That means you better keep his ass healthy.
We'll do the same thing for running back then.
Tough, man. Somebody go down with injury.
I just feel like
it's a wrap. You're gonna have some trash.
I just feel like if you do that, we're gonna have these superstar type teams that we complain about sometimes in the NBA.
Okay.
Like the balance of power to me just won't be fair because nobody's going to the Panthers. They're just not going there.
That's because their organization sucks.
No, but look, essentially, I think GMs and whoever watching the books might be doing that anyway. They probably looking like, look, this is what we spending on quarterback.
That's true too.
That's probably how they budgeting anyways. Just ain't no rule.
It ain't league mandated, but that's probably what they're doing. We if we paying this much for this quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Then we not paid this much for his backup, whatever the case may be.
Which I agree, but then you're still capped, right? You pay this much, but that's impacting your overall team cap space. So you're forced to make a decision. If you all of a sudden move the quarterbacks over to their own cap space and the team by themselves still has $230 something million, you could bring in more star type players. And
Yes,
now
you
the
could.
balance of power is being gravitated probably towards the bigger markets and all that, the more popular markets or whatnot.
Or
So that's going to leave
star quarterback that's already there. Like for example,
right.
Hey, I want to go to Kansas.
Everybody going to follow Mahomes. Exactly. Everybody going to want to follow, Lamar Jackson or so forth.
The big name.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, if you do that, right? Could you field a good team for $200 million?
Probably
so.
Yeah,
right.
probably so.
So if I make the quarterback room, your cap is $70 million. The rest of your team is $200.
Mm-hmm.
You still get a $20 million increase because the cap is $250 anyway, right? So you getting to spend more money on players, right? But it's not outrageous. You understand what I'm saying? You still got to balance it because the Eagles, right? The Eagles seem to do a fantastic job every year bringing in people, right? And they got players getting paid everywhere.
I don't know what it seems like. It does seem like that.
It does. They seem to have this whole salary cap thing figured out.
Yeah, they got
the Cowboys don't.
So how to cap? I think I'm not going to act like I'm a salary cap
it's
expert or anything, but my understanding how the Eagles do it is they do more back end, right?
Right. So here's the thing.
Low up front, and it hits on the back end, but by the time it hits on the back end, they can restructure, cut, or whatever. And some players don't like that. Some will. It depends.
So here's how the Eagles got it figured out, and here's how the Cowboys don't. Right. Notice how all the Cowboy contracts are due at the same time. CD's contract same time as Dak's. Now Micah Parsons due soon too. Yeah, Trayvon Diggs you do the year before that. Yeah. Everybody's contract is around the same time. When you start staggering contracts like the Eagles do, that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Well, the issue with the Cowboys is it seemed like Dak or Zeke can go straight to the owner and be like, "Hey, I want to get paid." You know what I mean? Like it's probably a more professional structure in Philly. But I'm World Breaker. Leave me alone. I'm not dealing with this narc comment. All these narc comments, man.
Leave me alone.
I guess I don't know if anybody wants to call in, but it's time to open up the phone lines. So
let's open the phone lines up, man. But before we throw the phone number up there, man, a word from the sponsor. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code ManDownSports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy. All right, don't forget to sign up for Underdog Fantasy and use the promo code Man Down Sports. Caller from New Jersey, what's up, big dog? What you got on the football topic?
Hey, what's going on? It's Lamar from Jersey.
What's up?
Before I weigh in, yo, Britne, pause. Contracts hitting on the back end. Yo,
as much money they get on the back end, I'll take it. I ain't mean it like that.
And I can't talk about that.
God dang.
Britne, say that Patreon. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, the Mel Kiper thing is stupid. I don't even really want to talk about that. I'm a Dolphin fan. I love to see Bryce Young in Miami. Time for tour to go. And the Chiefs did it. Mahomes, he didn't play his rookie season. He sat behind Alex Smith. Somebody was talking about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Sat behind Alex Smith with a headset on and watching everything that went on. They didn't throw him to the fire his rookie year. So I don't know why they insist on putting these dudes in there right out of college and expecting them to be great. That don't happen. And just always like to tell you something about how old I am. Last week it was Rick Barry. This week I'll tell you the first time I saw the Cowboys do the shotgun. Roger Staubach was the quarterback, and I had never seen it before. He was under center, and all of a sudden he started backing up from the center, and they snapped him the ball. It was the craziest thing I had ever seen, and it was like it was real hype. I got a question for y'all to leave y'all with, because I don't know the answer, and I don't know if y'all talked about it. But as far as the statues, does Scottie Pippen have a statue in Chicago? And if he doesn't, does he deserve one? Yo, thanks. I love what y'all do, man. I was here last Friday, here tonight, and I'm pretty sure I'll be here every Friday.
Who y'all, man? Thank you for that question,
Appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think he do got a statue. It's just inside the building. It's not outside, and it's like a quarter of the size of what MJ got.
It's a trophy.
I look for it. I look for it while y'all talking. I got another. Hold on. Caller's still on there. Hold on. Let me get him off. But yeah, I look for it while y'all talk about it, and then do that super chat. Let me see if I can find it.
Scott Holder said to the statues topic, Wilt won LA its first chip, retired all-time scoring and rebounder, 3 titles champ, and went to 4 finals in 5 years. No statue in LA.
Hey, if he ain't got no statue, LeBron damn sure ain't getting one.
It's gonna be tough too.
Wilt got a statue in Philly. I don't know if he has one in Golden State.
They got a new building.
Yeah, so
Right.
he definitely don't got one. Yeah.
So, no, I don't see why would he have a statue. And I mean, most people who think of they bring up the LA years, but I think his connection is really to the Philly Golden State years.
For sure.
And mind, they was one before Golden State moved to before the Warriors moved to Golden State. It used to be the Philadelphia Warriors first.
Okay, Britne, you got one more caller from Pennsylvania on.
Yo, what's up, man? 33 Sugie from Pittsburgh. First and foremost, I just want to say Mel Kiper is a fucking idiot. Banning two half safeties is the weirdest shit that I've probably ever heard an analyst say about a rule change in a sport in my entire life. I'm from Pittsburgh. You know, we big on football over here. I've been waiting for football season so I can call in and shoot the shit with you guys. So I'm gonna start like this. As far as the 49ers is concerned, Brock Purdy is doing a good job. Like they don't really necessarily do that great of a job of coaching quarterbacks. I think Brock Purdy is the product that he is. And if you choose to pay him, it's going to affect them. But at the end of the day, they can win with him because, as we can see right now, the way the league is trending, running the ball is back, and it's not going nowhere for a while. We don't have that many elite passing quarterbacks at this point in time. They're not passing the ball 50 times a game like they was over the past decade or so. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in the chat, the reason why that is because there's so much spread offense in college. They're not creating pro-ready quarterbacks that can put the ball under center and run the offense in that fashion. The way that they've done running backs as far as contracts and longevity, that has an effect as far as the defensive linemen are way more athletic than they were in times past. Most of the time back in the day, the running backs wasn't getting hit by defensive linemen that run 4.4s in 1975.
Yeah.
They were getting hit by linebackers and DBs that were closer to their size, and they was taking less bone-crushing contact for the most part.
Hey, my man.
You know what I mean?
These defensive linemen you talking about, can you send some of them to the Cowboys?
And the Eagles?
Shit,
they ain't got none of them.
See, the thing about the Eagles, though, Britne, you got to chill on the Eagles' defensive line for real, because you got to remember, the average age of y'all defensive line is like 23, 24 years old. So those dudes are going to grow. You know, they're going to grow into
what they're supposed to be doing. It takes time. Football is a game of logistics. Like, it's not just athleticism. It's a team game. Everybody got to learn their job. So,
I'm giving them an opportunity, but they also got to understand where they're at. You can't. First of all, you can't play like you're in college no more. You're in the pro level, and second of all, you're in Philly. So just bring it. I didn't see a lot of effort. That last game. I give it to Jalen Carter because Jalen Carter, most of the time, he's getting double team. And sometimes he might get triple team. So that leaves 1-on-1 for all the rest of the guys. Beat a tight end. I have an issue when you can't beat a tight end, regardless how young you are.
And then you also have to look at a lot of these teams. A lot of these teams are behind the 8 ball or behind the curve right now because they didn't quite realize that it was turning back into a running league. So you got a lot of these teams that's built to stop the pass, and they're getting ate up by the run game because they was anticipating it going that way. You know what I mean? Now it's back to that old school ground and pound smash mouth football. You know what I'm saying?
Sound like some teams got a bad what do you call it, scouting department then?
Yeah, look at how undersized a lot of the linebackers are nowadays. And then when you see teams that have bigger linebackers, they tend to be more physical on defense. There's a lot of coverage linebackers running around out here nowadays.
Good point. Good point, brother. Hey, but look, we're gonna have to end this one because we probably won't even get to the Diddlers topic. We'll try to squeeze a Lil Wayne in, but we're gonna try to get one more phone call in, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, thanks, man. And I'm enjoying the show. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
All right, real quick though, that Scottie Pippen statue, and yeah, it is inside. That look like the bathroom. Look like it's like right around somewhere where the bathroom. That look like
I don't like that statue. That's
that look like when the old boy was like
that's I don't like it.
Yeah, that's what Eddie Murphy had. I can't believe it. It is you.
It is you.
Coming to America.
To America.
Yeah, they got this statue right there, man. That's pretty bad, bro. Yeah. So
y'all ever see what's that movie with T.C. Carson, Living Large? Y'all remember that movie? Where he was he thought, he wanted to be the anchor of a broadcast, but he kept turning white. That's what that statue reminded me of.
Damn.
All right, man. If we're not gonna get no more phone calls, we're trying to get into this. This will be our last topic, y'all. We're not gonna be at it. We'll do the Diddler on the post game on the Patreon right as we do the top 5, the Dr. Umar Johnson with the top 5 coons, man. I thought that was hilarious, man. So we'll do both of those in post game because it's already a super show. But the Lil Wayne topic, man, I thought was interesting. And I don't know if we touched on this before. Did we talk about this last week, Joe, or week before last?
I think we might have talked about it. I don't think I think we talked about it in the group chat.
Maybe it was in the group because it felt like we talked about it. But them boys on Gills Arena was talking about it, man. This how they was approaching it.
Day.
Do y'all?
No Green Day slander. No Green Day slander.
Watch halftime.
Hey, those are my band. Okay,
those are my band.
No Green Day slander.
They would be upset.
They would be upset.
Hey, to Joy's point, show.
A great
y'all
show.
Think it has to do anything with Wayne's public performances?
No. Yeah, probably.
Because they're not great. Because Wayne, we love Wayne's music, but his performance, the halftime show is a performance.
What song did
we just watched what Kendrick did in a performance?
What song did Snoop and all them gangsters?
Right. At one point, everybody was getting tattoos because
they did.
That's fine. That's back fucking then. You should have did the fucking Super Bowl back then. God damn.
See, look at the LA nigga. Look, LA nigga right here. Look. LA nigga. Look, LA nigga right here. Emotional LA nigga right here.
We changed it. The kids can watch out too, bro. I know you were kids, but you can watch out too.
Who? Yeah. I'm gonna have to help Brandon on that one. You too buff, nigga. Go ahead.
We're on business right now, bro. This is a big moment for us.
Nah, it would have been bigger in LA.
Big moment for us, bro.
For who?
For LA. This is a big
So it wasn't a moment when Dre did it? That shit wasn't a big moment when Dre did it.
Dre changed it. That's why everybody want to do it.
So it wasn't a bigger moment when Dre did it? But that was so long ago.
But that's why everybody want to do it. Dre, they ride the high. Thank you.
He is a real LA dude.
I like it, but
this nigga here,
y'all
he worse than them.
Where y'all at right
He
now?
way worse than these other niggas.
I think Dre. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They ride the last time we've been hot.
We ain't been hot in a long time.
All right, let's be honest.
When the last time we've been hot?
Who is we?
West Coast.
When the last time we've been hot?
I don't know. Y'all think y'all don't. Y'all think y'all hot all the time.
No.
Y'all always.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. It's been dropped.
Now Kendra's doing the Super Bowl. Hey, let's be honest.
As far as what music?
Let's be honest.
As far as music,
we ain't had
victory lap. As far as music, y'all been horrible at music for a long time.
Hey, ain't gonna lie.
Y'all had some nice artists, but as far as stars,
I agree.
Kendrick been out stars. Y'all had no stars. Y'all had no real. I'm with you.
Music. I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, y'all
Larry June, you got a nigga right here.
Yeah,
I'm saying stars, niggas. He can rap like a motherfucker.
You're not saying that. You're not saying that.
Dom Kennedy, all these niggas out here.
Yeah, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping.
He's not tripping.
But we talk about the people who do. Why are y'all acting like Kendrick just came out? Why they acting like Kendrick just came out this year? Hey, but the thing is, West Coast Snoop was at the Olympics. They sent Snoop to the Olympics, and now Kendrick is doing the Super Bowl.
Y'all like I don't know who Chuck is.
West kind of up right now.
No, you know who Chuck is.
Hey man, that whole segment it was going off, man. It's way more than that, but it was a heated conversation, man. And you had a lot of Cali dudes in there, Nick Young, a bunch of other dudes, man. There was a lot of LA in there, man. So they feel real prideful about Kendrick getting this opportunity. They don't care that it's in freaking New Orleans, right? Mm-hmm. I even heard someone say earlier, I think it was Kenyon Martin, it was like, look, dude, you got Dennis Allen, who's the coach of New Orleans, who came out after they won last week game and said sometimes you got to pop out and show. Well, he didn't say the N-word, but
yeah,
you know what I mean? He quoting Kendrick Lamar. That shows you how big he is, and they in New Orleans. So what's y'all thoughts on everyone saying Lil Wayne got snubbed?
It's simple. If New Orleans, if Lil Wayne did the halftime show in New Orleans would be excited about it. Kendrick Lamar is like worldwide right now. They got Disney cruises with kids singing "They Not Like Us."
Mm-hmm. He got a kids bop.
I'm saying it's just that simple, right? He's hot right now. Lil Wayne ain't been hot for a while. And I understand his feelings are hurt. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand you want to put on for your city. I get it. But Kendrick Lamar gonna put on for the world. It's just that simple.
I think it's all about timing. I agree. I think it's all about timing. He came out with this song. I feel like most of the people are mad at Drake fans. Because they don't want to hear that song be played. And he gotta play it. He has to play that song. Because prior to that, I don't know if we heard really much of anything from Kendrick for a minute. I could be wrong. And I like Kendrick. I've always been a fan of Kendrick's. I am a little surprised because he has some songs. I don't know which songs he's gonna play on show at the halftime show that get some people uptight, like he did was at the Oscars. I think he played, and all the white people were sitting there like, I don't know what I should do with this. But look, I got a lot of respect for Lil Wayne as well, but it's just not your time right now. It's not your time. It's not that deep. Look at the last so many Super Bowl halftime performances. They weren't from that city, so I just don't think it's that big of a deal.
Well, so yeah, maybe. Well, when they did the Cali joint, they did have Dr. Dre out there, but they had 50 as well, right? Yeah. But also, when you think, I don't. When the last time New Orleans had the Super Bowl? Is this their first time?
No, they had it for 13 years before, 13 times or something before this. Like,
it's always it used to always be in New Orleans.
Well,
I always be there.
So I might be wrong with this because it's a false equivalency, but I remember when Charlotte finally got the All-Star game, and they brought J. Cole out there, and I thought that was a nice touch. It didn't matter who was the hottest rapper that year. J. Cole only made sense. Charlotte first time hosting the daggone All-Star game. Now it didn't turn out all that well. I don't know. They didn't pull it off like they should have, but he performed.
He might do that. That's the thing, though.
He might
Kendrick
bring Wayne out.
He might just bring Wayne out. I don't know if he's gonna do it now because all the nonsense that's going on.
I would have considered doing it if I was in Kendrick's shoes before the whole, like, I didn't even like Lil Wayne looking like that on that apology video. Like, bro,
I don't even know why he did that.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
leave it alone.
He's saying this is the worst moment of his career. Like,
Him's feelings was hurt.
Dude, you got shot at on a tour bus, but this the worst moment of your career? That's crazy.
And I got that, but Kendrick knows that this is your hometown, so he probably could have brought you out or something like that. So I just think that apology hurt him.
Yeah, like I just don't understand. Like, listen, the Super Bowl has been in New Orleans a ton of times before now. The reason why, like Britne said, the reason why the people are upset is because it's Kendrick and it's a lot of Drake fans. And then Drake is kind of like an extension. Well, Lil Wayne, is his, that's his big home. That's Cash Money. They together. So, of course they're going to choose Wayne. It would be a nice touch. I wouldn't mind seeing Wayne at the Super Bowl in New Orleans perform some songs, but he's going to have to, like, I don't even know if Wayne can perform a full set at the Super Bowl. Like for real. Like, have you seen some of his performances? He's one of the people who I consider to be in the South, being from the South, to be considered like he's one of them ones up there. He's on that resurgence of the South and being lyrical. So I got nothing but respect for Lil Wayne, but like it was never going to be Lil Wayne. It was. When's the last
time he put out a song? I
mean, he puts out music, but it ain't. It's not 2008. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that run of the mixtapes and the dedications. It's not that time. And you got to put a set list out with performances, with dances and people doing stuff. Like, it got to be a real show. Not Lil Wayne be forgetting his lyrics sometimes.
Sheesh. Is it that bad?
It's not good. It ain't Super Bowl worthy. I tell you that.
See, if that's happening, then he's definitely not going to get
it was never going to be Wayne. I love Wayne. He's just not a good performer. You know what I'm saying?
Was he ever?
I mean, as a kid, I guess he was just talented. You know what I'm saying? He's a talented dude that was able to rap, and he had, during that mixtape era, just had a run of just really, really good mixtapes. And, he wasn't writing his raps and all that stuff like that. So it was like just a allure, him being the star after all of the Cash Money and the Hot Boy stuff, and then he rises as a solo star. He changes his style, and then he becomes a more lyrical rapper than he was before, and then he blows up with the How to Loves and that crossover music doing rock. So I mean, it was just a benefit of Lil Wayne. I get it. He had a run that definitely goes down in history, which makes him legendary. But bro, you're not getting the Super Bowl. You high all the damn time. Like,
that's crazy. Might as well let Master P do it.
You high all the time, bro. Like it make me upset.
He gonna skateboard across the stage.
Exactly. Like I didn't like seeing him in that light. Like he was, woe is me type stuff. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I ain't gonna lie though. I would have loved for Kendrick to bring him out and the Hot Boys and all them. And also, every time I come around your city, blank.
Yeah, bring the Hot Boys out in New Orleans.
That would be dope. Did you see the where he was addressing his fans about it? Corey, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it. You saw it too, Britt?
He looked pathetic.
I saw some of it.
Sitting in that chair. He said he was broken.
I got irritated, so I cut it off.
This really broke me.
It's broken.
I mean, this really broke me.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all hear it just for the audience who didn't hear it. This Lil Wayne talking on his couch at the crib.
This without breaking. The 41-year-old rapper thanks celebs who rallied around him. Nicki Minaj seemingly blamed halftime show co-producer Jay-Z, tweeting, "One took a knee, the other took the bag."
1, 2, 3, 4.
Of course, Jay-Z's wife.
I'm just trying to put me back together, but my God, have you all helped me?
Grumbling up like that.
That was live footage of Weezy.
Oh. And I like Weezy, man. You do that to.
That was live footage to Lil Wayne responding to being snubbed from the Super Bowl.
I was not expecting that one. I wasn't expecting that one. Whoo, that threw me off.
Oh man. All right, man. We did good on time, man, because we right at 3. So we get to end it, man. Like I said, Dittler and Dr. Umar right on the post game. If you're part of the Patreon, you'll be able to see it. If you're not, then you need to become part of the Patreon because that's where we do our post game at, man. But
what's you, bro? Bro, you really put the gremlin up there, bro. What's wrong with you?
Oh no, that wouldn't. I clicked on. I googled Lil Wayne
Don't do that.
addressing his friends. No, that's that ain't the couch. Out of love. Mr. Officer, Mr. Officer, man, take these handcuffs off of us.
You wildin', bro. You wild. Wow.
I'm crying on that one. I ain't gonna lie. I am crying on that one. That got me.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank y'all for all the super chats. We appreciate that, man. Thank you for all the comments and the phone calls and the like buttons that you hit and the subscribe buttons that you hit. Thank y'all, because I know at least 5 of y'all went and signed up for Underdog Fantasy using the promo code Man Down Sports. Sure. Oh, speaking of super chats, we didn't even get to all of them. Hold on. Scott Holder. Oh, we got to that one. Scott Holder again. Wilt played 5 years in LA, 5.5 years with the Warriors, 4.5 with 76ers, and he was the defensive anchor in LA, still dominant. He and Wes were the 2 reasons they won in 72. Okay, thank you for the super chat, man. Warriors, I have seen Wayne live, and much love to y'all. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah. And then, other than that, man, thank y'all, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one next Friday. You'll probably see my solo show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I don't know what day. It's random now because of my schedule. So just make sure you subscribe and you got a notification bell on. Underdog Fantasy, Man Down Sports, promo code. Get there. Please. Be square. Peace. Catch y'all on the post game. Had a lie.